Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Doodle stream, where every Friday on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, we spend 3 hours together while I attempt to doodle out your ideas and suggestions from the chat. I pick the theme and you pitch the ideas, mostly, for the most part, usually. But today's special is our monthly multiplayer edition where I do invite a guest with me. But we will get into that in just a moment. So thank you all for being here. I'd like to remind you guys where you can find me outside of our time here together. KevinAHinkle.com is my website. It does have a up-to-date, dynamically updated portfolio. All my new stuff is automatically added to the website. So if you're ever interested in seeing a full portfolio of my work, you can head over there and check it out. It's also where my store is. So KevinAHinkle.com/shop, where you can find stickers, prints, original pieces of artwork for sale on there as well. You can find me on social media at MrHinkleDraws. I am on all the places that most people care about. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all the places. So would love to have you there if you're not already following. Shout out to all the awesome people that support me over on Patreon. Please consider supporting my work on Patreon. Patreon helps content creators like me, like many others, by providing a platform for their fans to pledge continuous financial support. Tiers are as low as $1 a month, only $1 a month. It's really not a lot, but it does make a huge difference to folks that are doing creative work. And it can also max out at 100. There's a bunch of different tiers if you wanted to pledge, 5, 10, 20, 50, whatever your budget allows and whatever you find interesting and worth your money. One of the perks for supporting on Patreon is a shout out during all videos and all live streams. So that is all the names you see before you. So thank you guys again for your awesome, generous support. It really does make a difference. I really appreciate it, especially around that first week of the month, every month when the Patreon money comes in. It does make a huge difference just for me and providing and what I do for my family. So patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws for more information about that and how you can join yourself. And as I mentioned last week, once again, I want to let everybody know that I am running my first gift with purchase next month. So starting October 1st, officially midnight, October 1st, all of my Halloween products will be available on the website. So there are 12 new vinyl stickers. There are 2 new large 11 by 17 inch prints, all in the spooky season. And any order placed during the month, any amount, any dollar amount, any quantity, doesn't matter. Doesn't even have to be Halloween stuff, technically. If you place an order on my site, you will get one of these exclusive Zombie Kevin stickers. They are limited to 50. They are hand numbered on the back. So there's just that. There's, of course, a couple extras in case there's any shipping errors or problems like that. So I do have a couple backups, but there are 50 of these. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not making them again. And if I happen to have extras when the month wraps up, they're going away. They're going in the vault. I'm not going to offer this any other way. So this is the only way you can get it. And this is a normal vinyl sticker, just like all the other stickers I offer. So it's 2 inches by 2 inches, 100% waterproof, UV light resistant, weatherproof, all the things, all the normal stuff I offer with my stickers. So you could throw this on your car, water bottle, anything, and you'd be perfectly fine. So remember, October 1st, any orders on KevinAHinkle.com/shop will qualify for a free zombie sticker, a hand-numbered exclusive zombie sticker in their order. So don't forget, that is coming up real quick. So, as I mentioned, today is our special monthly multiplayer edition. That means I do invite a second person on the stream with me, so you get twice the doodles. But before I introduce the guest, I want to welcome back our expert chat MC. Jeff is here again. Hello, Jeff. Welcome back.
Hi.
He is very enthusiastic today.
So I just real quick before you introduce your awesome guest.
Yes.
Chris, what does Atari mean? Like, that's your suggestion. Just Atari exclamation point. That is.
It's gonna be it's just the logo.
That's like. Do we need to like draw it on a building next to like the JVC logo? Anyway, introduce your guest.
Well, as always, I do appreciate you being here, Jeff. Thanks for helping. Jeff's gonna help grab your guys' suggestions as long as they're clear and they make sense. But he will capture those for us so that it doesn't get buried.
I wrote Atari. I'll read to you exactly what I wrote. For Zoom, 9:08 a.m. Atari! ! And then a side note for Jeff. Like, I don't think Chris knows what a JRPG character is or even what it could be.
And that is the commentary I'm looking forward to today.
There you
go. Thanks for being here, Jeff.
Yeah, no problem. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Now, I am very excited to introduce you guys to our guest for today. A fellow artist out there. I've been watching his Twitch streams for quite a while now. So with me today, we've got from the Great White North, ArkticArtz is here today. What is up?
Oh, hey there, bud. How's it going?
It's exactly how he sounds all the time.
Oh, sure is a cold one there, eh? Jeez.
Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate it.
Glad to be here. I'm pretty excited.
Who is this silly boy in the chat? Ray, love it.
Hello, Isu. Hello, welcome.
We do have a lot of folks already watching. Thank you guys for spending a little of your Friday here. I do appreciate it. Yeah, and I noticed that Sans was technically the first person to comment. He commented yesterday at 2:00 in the afternoon. I don't know if that counts. But and I doubt he's even here right now. But what's up, Sans? Hello, Ken. Boba Laveau is here. Uncle Drew, John Y, Fazoom, Funny Figs. That everybody, yeah. Yep. And we said, yeah. All right, awesome. So welcome everybody. Appreciate all of you being here, wherever you're watching. So Ark, you picked for us to draw today Japanese games.
Yes, I did.
What does that mean?
Just any game made in Japan, basically.
Which is almost every game.
Almost.
Yes.
That's really. That's not narrowing it down. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I believe in you, though.
I didn't want to make it like specific to JRPGs because not necessarily everybody is into JRPGs. So I figured, worst case scenario, nobody can come up with anything. I don't know, Mario. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, it's all good.
I mean, there's already been a cloud suggested, so we're halfway there.
Exactly.
Living on a prayer.
So while we start drawing and getting to know you a little bit more, you are the guest. So as tradition, the guest gets to pick the first thing we start drawing. So we do have a handful of suggestions already over in the private chat. Do any of these speak to you?
There's some good stuff here. Let me see. I'm feeling Morrigan from Darkstalkers, actually.
Okay, but let's see. Boba Laveau at 9/11.
Also, you from the Glasgow part of Canada? Totally.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna keep this screen on mine for now, so at least pressure on you. But would you like to tell us more about you, kind sir? Anything you want to share?
Well, I mean, there's so many things. Now, let's see. I'm ArkticArtz. Hello. I do art things, as the name would imply, and as this, I guess, entire situation would imply. I do art streams Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Self-plug.
Yes.
I make games as well. I'm an indie game developer. I do some of that on stream. I do art on stream. But yeah, mostly freelance artist / indie game developer, I guess. That's what I do. Usually kind of in a more anime / semi-realism style kind of space is usually where I'm at. But yeah, I suppose here you go. Come for the memes and the dreams, I guess.
Yeah. The thing that what's up, Big Nate Bricks? The thing I really love about the streams that you do that I mean, of course, it could just be a giant front and it only happens when I'm there, but I doubt it. The thing that I really appreciate about your streams is how willing and open you are to help other artists with just anything, really. If they're like, hey, could you give me thoughts on this? And then you'll help critique people's stuff like right then and there.
On
the show.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man.
I thank you, good sir.
That
think,
is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was very important for me to do that, I guess, because like, as you may know from watching the streams or just knowing me for a bit now, I'm a bit of a tryhard. And so like every stream that I go to, the ones that I find the most interesting or most, the most entertaining are the ones that I can kind of learn something from at the same time,
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to like develop my work so I can kind of be entertained and learn at the same time. And so I kind of wanted basically to put forward what I liked, I guess,
Well, if
And-
you
Yeah.
like to learn things, you should check out Tons of Fun every Friday at 8 p.m. Central.
There we go.
That is
You learn
a
things about a fandom.
it's a totally organic segue. Actually, that's actually a good one. Actually, a good segue.
It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth.
And you're on well, you're on all the places. You're on all the social medias. I do have
Yeah.
links. I have links in the, if you're watching on YouTube, in the description, there's some links to his social media stuff. But your streaming is Twitch only, right? That's you only stream.
Yeah,
on
I
Twitch.
only stream on Twitch.
That's all right. You're a professional.
Yes, I've built a relationship with Jeff Bezos himself. It's true.
That explains it.
We go bowling every Thursday.
Did you go bowling in space?
Yes, it was not very effective, as you would imagine.
I was literally going to ask I was going to ask some kind of space related joke.
I was going there too, to be honest. I feel like that's the low hanging fruit with Jeffy B nowadays.
At this current moment in time, absolutely.
Until he does something else wacky.
Indeed. Ray Funny Figs in the chat says that's so many streams. Yes, it is a lot. See, like Ray, he's another good buddy of mine, also another artist, and his stream schedule was once every 2 weeks, and I stream once every week. And you're like, I stream all 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. I actually used to stream 4 times a week, but I had to axe that because it was just too much.
That was your limit, huh?
Yeah, because I initially wanted to do Sundays for like gaming to like, find a game that the community would want to play or whatever. But I kind of was like, I couldn't get the other, like my personal projects done,
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, yeah, maybe not.
I feel like it's kind of difficult, the whole like being a variety streamer.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. My personal experience with that is that it's not necessarily the most effective option.
Yeah.
Because I found like
That's probably a better thing, not the most effective.
Yeah. Well, like so basically my experience is typically when I stream art is when I'm most active, and then when I don't stream art, when I usually like do something else, like it's not, the view count really isn't there,
Yeah.
And so I'm almost like I have to do art all the time, right, to kind of maximize the stream, I guess you could say. But every now and then when you make it like a special community thing, it's like, hey, we're doing something different today. Sometimes you can get some turnout, like if you make it an event, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I do.
Alrighty, so let's see what we got going on. So Fazoom has made another suggestion. He just says space.
The Japanese did invent space.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
He just says space.
I think he's channeling his inner Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds this morning. And that
Maybe.
makes sense. I mean,
Could be.
ugh.
What's so hey, it is Friday. What is the what's your show tonight about, Jeff?
I'm not allowed to talk about what the show's tonight because it's
Oh, is
last
that the
Friday of
theme?
month. Yeah.
Oh, is that the thing? Is that like the arrangement? Is it like the last Friday of the month?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Or maybe you mentioned it and I forgot it. But
No, I didn't stick to it, and like nobody called me on it. And then one of my co-hosts was like, "Hey, how come we're not doing that thing anymore?" And I'm like, "Damn it!"
Gotcha.
Got him.
Yeah, trying to like stray away from that and do that on like other days that doesn't take up the hour of time where I have a lot of people watching, so that we can talk about subjects that
Yeah.
actually are interesting rather than yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
And we got Helk Pixel watching on Twitch. What's up, buddy? That is a newer art friend I met out on the convention circuit. So I checked out one of his streams for the first time a couple nights ago. So welcome. Hello.
But yeah, so just that's something I'm trying to push away from, but we'll see how that goes when it goes, if it goes.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna switch you over so you guys can see what Ark's working on a little bit here, so you can
I'm
see.
like, I can't not do like a full piece sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like bring my brain to sketch mode.
Yeah.
Doing all these like construction lines and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know.
That's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm so hyped we're doing Morgan though. I love her character design. It's so cool.
If anybody watching, if you guys have any questions for Ark, feel free to throw them in the chat. Obviously, you guys know me. You're here. Most of you are here all the time, so you know enough about me. But if you've got any questions, anything you'd like to know about him, feel free to throw it out, and he'll either answer it or he won't.
Hey, Ark, so 2 questions. How did you get involved in drawing, and how did you get involved in indie game development, and what games have you developed?
Nice.
Good questions. Good questions. I'll start with the game dev one because that one's a lot less storied.
Okay, all right.
So for indie games, well, how I got into it is I don't know. I always like games. Obviously, it's a pretty easy answer.
Sure.
Ever since I was a kid, I played games with my family quite a bit, and I think that was a bit of an influence as well. But yeah, there's just games that I really liked, but I wanted to see like my own thing, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what I'm building up to is like, this game's cool, but what I really would like is like, if I could do this, you know what I mean? And so that's like what motivates me is like, I want to build like the projects that I want to see,
Mm-hmm.
while also maintaining like a reasonable scope, which is, as I think you talk to most game devs, a pretty real challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said that you like to make games that or play games that you like. Are we talking? Obviously, we're talking RPGs.
Yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah.
Is it just that, or are you like big into side scrollers or platformers or shooters?
JRPGs are probably my favorite, and like Western RPGs. And then, other than that, I'll play literally anything. I think the things that really speak to me the most are things that have like either like just interesting and different like gameplay mechanics, something that really kind of like stands out to me. Like I don't like a lot of the more recent kind of just generic open world stuff. I'd prefer something like quirky and interesting,
So you prefer something more linear rather than here's the world, go explore, do the thing.
Well, I don't mind open worlds if they did something that was different. You know what I mean? Like I think Mario 64 way back in the day was, you could argue open world kind of is, kind of isn't, right?
It felt like it.
Yeah, it felt like it.
It felt more like hub centered to me. Like your hub is here, and then now your hub is here. It's kind of like the
Destiny-esque or something.
It's a lot like that, like Destiny and what World of Warcraft has become. Where like, okay, you initially start out with the city, then you go to this other city, then you're, yada yada. So, okay, yeah, and so you're gotten into JRPGs, and I'm assuming your game that you're developing is a JRPG. Is it like?
So it's actually not.
Oh,
but I do have one on the side. So I was working on the RPG, and then, as I said, scope. Right?
Right.
I'm working on the RPG, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is gonna be a while. This is gonna be a while. I'm essentially, so my favorite franchises, right, are like, well, I guess my favorite game is probably like the Fallout series is pretty cool, and then the Shin Megami Tensei series and like Final Fantasies. That's what kind of brings me to sort of the JRPG, sort of Japanese game section. And my game is a creature catching game, so kind of like Pokemon, kind of like SMT, Persona, that sort of space.
Kind of like Pocket Monster and stuff like that from back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the big twist on it, and this is what really kind of inspired me to make it, is the biggest difference between like the game I was working on in traditional creature catchers is that instead of like capturing them in combat, you capture them in the world. So they exist physically in the space as like a part of the world, you know? And it was centered around folklore. So the example that I always give is like there's a crossroads demon in the game that I've told everybody about because it's my example, but let's pretend that everybody hasn't been spoiled about it already. You wouldn't know about it going into the game. You go to this crossroads, right? And you can present an offering there that will then summon him, and then there'll be like a little story event where you have to strike a deal with him, or you battle basically to like win him over to join you essentially. And you wouldn't know about that if you're just going about the world, but eventually you can discover like clues that will give you that idea. Another example would be like ghosts in an attic or something, and you have to like exorcise them, you know? So like each creature is tied to a story event as opposed to like just a random battle encounter, you know? And I feel like that makes it a lot more personal. I feel like it makes it so that, you know, you're like, you go into a house, you're like, is there a creature here? Is there a ghost in the attic? You know, what's going on here? You know, I feel like that adds so much.
It does, for sure.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna keep interrupting you because that's what I'll do.
Oh, hold on. Let me real quick just say hello to Brick Enforcer and Ghost Frickin' Talkin'. Hello, welcome to the show.
Come on, everybody.
He never told us the story. Isu spoiling gameplay. Rip. Yeah, spoiler tag. Spoiler tag. Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, you go.
Yeah, I do have a question. So you get the monsters and stuff, and like they're on your side, and you use your ghost trap or whatever to trap them. And does that mean that lore in the world will change? Like you'll find new lore pieces that are like, you know, once everybody heard about this X monster existing, but nobody has seen it since yada yada, or like people will be like, what are you talking about? What common lore story do you mean? I've never heard of this before.
Yeah. So like in the you mean like in the game?
Yeah, in the game.
Will the world react to like, oh, the ghosts are gone? Yeah, there's gonna be like story specific stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
In the chat, Ray said, so since you like educating folks, Arctic, what's your advice for wannabes on streaming art?
Ooh, interesting. I would say at first, I think the best thing to do is just to kind of do it. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I totally agree.
Do it, right? And as for doing it effectively, I would say the difficult thing about streaming is managing your chat and Jeff. And
what?
That's what Jeff's here doing. He's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
That's what I do.
What do you do? I manage the chat. What is my purpose?
You manage the chat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, Twitch is all about community, I think. It's all about the people watching your stream. It's not really about the art. You know what I mean? Like it is, they're there to watch the art, but that's the hook, right? But that's not why people stay. Yeah, exactly. And so that's why, like, I'm, as you said, I try to be super helpful. I try to be super interactive because to me, that's the point of Twitch. Like, if you want to watch a show, you just watch me on YouTube, or you just watch a TV show or an artist that's probably way better than me. But you're here to like, you know, because there's also streamers that have like 500,000 viewers, and you can't really interact with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in this certain magical space where there's just enough people to like keep things sane, I guess, and be able to keep up with interacting with them. That's what it's all about, in my opinion. It's like it's
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So like, yeah, I guess my advice: pay attention to chat. Interacting with chat is more important than anything else you could possibly do on Twitch, in my opinion. Second, the better your art quality is, generally, you know, is going to bring in more people initially. So, you know, just always be improving yourself. But I think that's just, you know, a given when like doing art stuff. And I guess that's about it. You know, don't be afraid to promote yourself. You know, like join other communities, you know, and meet other people. And that's kind of like how you grow.
You have to, because nobody's going to do it for you. That's
exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. I also got something a little bit more specific. This is for any Twitch streamer at all. And Mr. Hinkle, you might find this useful as well, depending. Although I think you're kind of beyond that at this point.
I'm beyond it.
Yeah, well, you'll get what I'm saying in a second. But there's this Twitch trap that people get stuck in when they first start streaming, where they wind up streaming to like a very few amount of viewers for like a long period of time because they're starting out and nobody knows who they are, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is Twitch faces getting affiliate, and getting affiliate is really important, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't know what affiliate is, it's basically like what enables bits, donations, and subs, and all that stuff.
All the things.
Everything basically. So you don't get full access to the Twitch kingdom, if you will, without becoming affiliate. So even if you're doing it casually, like, you want to get affiliate, right? And I believe you need to average 3 viewers or something.
Yeah, I think that sounds
and
right.
50 followers, if I am correct. But basically what people will do is they'll tank their average by streaming to like almost nobody. So like I had a friend who was like, yo, I'm almost at 50 followers, right? Like, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll raid you, right? Get your average up and then you can get it, right? But they streamed to 0 for so long that even if you streamed for like 3 streams with like 40 people in it, you couldn't, you know what I mean? Like you couldn't get your average back up.
Yeah. Yep.
So my pro tip, if you're going to stream, get like a friend or two. And you can lurk yourself, by the way. You can actually watch your own stream to get 1 free view.
Now we're getting here's the real tips.
Yeah. So it counts your own IP. And then, just get a couple of friends to help you out and just lurk, honestly, or whatever. And that's going to go a long way to like keeping you within a range that you can actually attain affiliate. Yeah. So that's probably my biggest practical tip.
Gotcha. Let's see. We got Lord Dark Studios. Hello.
Hello, Dark. How's it going? The squad's showing up.
Look at these humans. Uncle Drew is heading out. All right. See you later, Uncle Drew. Thanks for being here. Uncle Drew. Oh, he said, I missed the earlier comment. Said, I guess I should go be productive. Yes.
Yep. Ben wants to know if you're excited about Paper Mario coming to Switch Online.
I think I've never actually fully played it. So I am kind of excited to play. I think my first one was the GameCube one, like 1,000 Year Door. I think that was my first Paper Mario game. But I think I was more excited about like Banjo-Kazooie. Was pretty cool. I was like, oh, good.
Yeah. Have you seen have either of you seen the trailer to the new Metroid game coming out?
Oh yeah. Oh, Metroid Dread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looks good.
Oh yeah.
Bobo Laveau says that's a manly Morgan. This is manly. I guess it's manly. I don't know.
I mean, it's no Tony Stark.
It's no Tony Stark.
It's way better than Tony Stark.
Come on now. And my sister's here. What's up, K Boring Art? Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
It is better than Tony Stark.
Nick says, don't know any Japanese games, so I have no input.
Nick, literally
Nintendo counts.
Yeah.
Anything. It could be anything. Could be all. Could be everything. And so also, here's another reminder. Next Saturday evening, I'm going to be on Ghost Frickin' Talkin's YouTube channel doing a Pictionary crossover event with him and the crew over at GFT. That'll be really fun. So if you're looking for some spooky horror kind of, drawings, join. I'll do social stuff, so don't worry. If you're following me, you can see some reminders there, but it's next Saturday evening.
Oh, I thought you were going to go ghost hunting with Nick.
No, we're a little too far in proximity for such a thing. It's looking pretty good, Art.
You got to use smaller words with me, Kevin.
Smaller words.
Just refining that anatomy a little bit,
Yep. Oh yeah. Are you posting a link for? Yeah, I'll post a link when we get a little closer. But yeah,
things that I was supposed to answer, weren't there? I think I got distracted.
I mean that happens. Was there?
I'm working on right now, and then there was the whole how I got an art thing. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm working on a multiplayer horror game right now called Our Night, which is you can currently put it on your wish list on Steam, if you want to do that. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if you're interested. But it's basically like a combination between like Dead by Daylight and Among Us, I guess, is the most elegant way to describe it. Where a bunch of people join the game, and one person is like a transforming monster, right? But it's kind of like a werewolf. They uncontrollably transform, which kind of adds a new sort of dynamic to that sort of format. And you can't vote anybody off or anything like that. You have to pick up basically you have to pick up items, fuse them together to get a holy sword to defeat them. So functionally, the gameplay is quite different. There's a lot of kind of looting, and there's a bit of a political element. I'm very interested to see kind of how the meta evolves, to be honest.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anyway, that's what I'm working on.
I love, as I've seen the streams, you definitely get really excited when you talk about it, and that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty into that whole.
But I can't at this point, after so many times, I can't read "You're a monster" without hearing you say "You're a monster" and thinking of the gingerbread boy or gingerbread man spitting in Lord Farquaad's face or whatever that scene was.
Yeah.
That is all I see in my head.
I'm pretty sure after I got out of high school, all I could see was Shrek. They played that darn movie so much. They're like, oh, sorry, your teacher's out sick. Shrek.
Did that really happen? That's kind of cool.
What?
That's pretty awesome, actually. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I watched Shrek one time, and it was all in Spanish, and it was for Spanish class. That's what happened.
Nice.
And I remember that the scenes in the beginning where they show all the actors and actresses' names, and they're made out of like bugs and stuff,
Oh, interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning of Shrek, where the credit, it's like slime and mud and it's animated to make the celebrity names. Because there was none of the celebrities in the Spanish version, it was just like they redid all those, but with no names. So like there'd be like mud splatter on a tree trunk, and then it would all like melt away, and there'd be no name. There'd be nothing. It'd just be like no name on the tree trunk. It's like, oh, all right. But that was the only time I recall seeing Shrek in school.
Yeah, we got it a lot. Maybe coincidental, maybe not. I don't know. Chad, what's your experiences?
Maybe Destiny.
With Shrek.
I saw it my senior year of high school.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Jeff. Jeff posted the link in the YouTube chat for the Steam page for your game.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It does look interesting. I like that art style.
Jeff's a pro.
Yeah, I like to go simplistic,
And see, the coolest thing is, like, as I've told you before, it's like you're making your own game. You're also making all the artwork for your own. Like, there's something like this next level feeling of like pride and accomplishment. Being like, I designed this game, but I also designed all the art for this game. Like, this game is me.
Yeah, 100%. Right? Like, it's my baby.
Yep.
I did the music too, which I think a lot of people get surprised by, actually.
Oh, yeah. I would not have assumed that. I would think that, find some good tune somewhere and license it out or whatever, but that's pretty good.
No, I make my own. I do sound production and stuff as well. All the sound design, etc.
You're like a reincarnation of like the guy with the drum on his back and a guitar and a kazoo in his mouth. And
yeah. A bit of a Renaissance man, if you will.
I'm just hoping that it's not, no offense, that it's not just you beatboxing like this is the music for the game.
I mean, I also kind of hope that it is that.
That'll be the special edition. Oh, you can get an alternative track of me just beatboxing.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Do you guys ever play Time Splitters?
Yes.
I have not.
There's a mod in Time Splitters. Not even a mod. There's like a setting that you could put on where all of the gun sounds were made with like human noises.
Yes.
Yeah, like they were all voice acted. So there's like it'd be like pew 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 pew. Like exactly like it was so funny.
It's pretty cool.
I loved it.
Nick says one man band in the chat. Yep, that's it.
Isu Shrek is love.
So you feel free at any point, Ark, to let me know when you're ready to move on to the next thing. We can it's fine. We can take as long or as little a time as you want.
I'm almost here.
I'm content with mine, so I'm gonna lock that in for her. But just let me know. I'm not rushing.
I'm gonna call it for now. On this one.
It's still the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Yeah, I want to keep the momentum, and then maybe at the end, once we fill things out a little bit, I can kind of develop them a little bit more.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna pick the next one from our awesome suggestions that we've got over here. Chris Pratt's face as Mario. That's kind of funny, actually. I kind of do want to do that, maybe. All right, yeah. Let's it's timely.
Oh no.
Let's do that. All right, so that's
Kevin, last time you tried to draw somebody from the Adventurous Crew, didn't you?
It didn't work out so well. Well, this is my time to.
Didn't really pan out for you. I'm just, they can't all be Tony Stark, all right? I'm just,
They can't all be winners. Everybody gives me
can't
such a
all be
hard.
winners.
They say my Tony Stark was like the worst drawing I've ever done, Ark, and I feel like
it was.
it is not.
It was.
It's not. All right, so the next thing is we're gonna draw Mario, but it has to be Chris Pratt's face.
This is the version of Our Night, by the way, because I know Our could sound like many different things, which was kind of intentional, but might not be the best for people trying to look up the game. But anyway, I guess the link's there. So.
Several times the wrong way. I was like, what the hell? Like,
Hour as in time.
Yeah. Is it Kid Nugget or is it night?
Oh my goodness! I just typed.
Oh, sure. I didn't even think about that aspect of it too.
I just typed Mario into Google and like first it's all Chris Pratt. Like I just wrote Mario into Google.
Don't you dare let them forget about Bob Haskins.
No,
Mario.
We can't. We
so
must.
There's like a movie or something. I heard. Or what's going on?
Yeah. Did you not? Or did you not know?
No, I didn't know.
No, they Nintendo is working with Illumination Studios. They did like Despicable Me and Minions and stuff. And they yesterday Nintendo released the cast list. And so Chris Pratt is officially Mario in the Mario movie, releasing in theaters next year, holiday 2022.
So it's going to be like CG, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard Charlie Day is Luigi, which is amazing.
Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, which is great. Jack Black is Bowser.
I like that, actually.
I like I like that, and the at the same time is pretty good. All right, so
I have very high opinions on movie casts in general, and that just
I feel like. Well, Jack Black seems more like the kind of upbeat sort of pro tag kind of voice actor. You know what I mean? I don't see Jack Black as like a convincing villain. Right?
He's out of the list. I feel like. He's probably the most transformative voice actor, maybe is what the word I'm trying to say. Like he can play these different roles and like he can pull it off. Like I was saying to Jeff earlier,
Chris Pratt face. That's what we're doing.
We're doing Mario, but it has to have Chris Pratt's face.
Okay, let's do this. I found a good one here.
Chris Pratt, as much as I think he's funny and I like him, he just always plays Chris Pratt. That's what he does.
Yeah,
that's true. Like this kind of cheeky.
Like he doesn't like transform his voice or character or acting really. And I'm like, this is going to be interesting.
Well, the most transformative is like Andy from Parks and Rec to like anyone else, but it's really just his intelligence level. Like he's basically the same guy, but just smarter.
Every time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like the kind of this cheeky sort of silly dude, right?
Yeah.
He's more serious, I guess, in Jurassic World. I guess.
Yeah. But it's just like a more serious version of the same. It's just like the same.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, but like more serious, yeah.
Acting, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get that vibe from RDJ sometimes too, Robert Downey Jr.
Where like he's got his thing and that's what he's gonna be.
Yeah.
And it works sometimes it doesn't. But
it
it's like
it depends on the movie. There was a movie about
because he can do that. I know he can, yeah.
There's the movie with what was his name? Jamie Lee Foxx, where the guy was a like wonderful cello player, but he was homeless, and like RDJ's character found him, and I can't remember the name of it, but like that was one of the few movies that I recall besides some of his early work where I saw Robert Downey Jr. actually having a really good range, like a really good like, no, I'm not Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr. in this movie. I'm this guy in this movie. It's like, oh, you are that guy in that movie. That's awesome. So that's all.
This freaking prompt, man.
Oh my god, that is, can you zoom in on that for a second? Just because this is so like I'm already very entertained. Look at that's all right.
I'm doing like I'm gonna try to do a little bit realistic here. I'm gonna try to capture his likeness.
And every Italian stereotype at the same time too. You got to make sure you got to throw that in there. Maybe a slice of pizza in the background.
Nick does have a point where Nicolas Cage made a whole career out of playing Nicolas Cage. So
Oh,
That is true.
absolutely.
That is true.
And
I
it's
think
not
like
a big career, but-
the way like the studio system works, I think sometimes favors / encourages that a little bit. You know.
Mhm.
totally.
Because it's so like movies and stuff and actors are such like a weird thing these days because everybody got personal during COVID because we're on the internet, therefore we all know each other and we're talking to each other, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And the way that movie theaters sell their actors to the audience is that it's a familiar face, it's somebody you know, and it's somebody that you're comfortable being around. It's why Chris Pratt's in a bunch of movies because we've seen him in a bunch of movies before or whatever, but every character is exactly, it's Chris Pratt, but now he's sci-fi Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt, but now he's
Rod
wrangling
Schneider,
dinosaurs.
he's a stapler.
Yeah, exactly. So like we'll see that every time in a big movie like, oh Jesus, Fast and the Furious, the family angle. Good God. Oh. But so like, oh yeah, we're totally part of the thing, and yeah, we're in this too now, I guess. Yay!
I got a horrible hot take, guys. Are you ready?
Oh, everybody! hot take police is
Yeah,
in.
so get the hot take police. This is spicy.
I am
Are you
honored. I can't believe this is
ready?
happening.
Yeah,
on my
I know.
Very excited.
show. Let's do it.
I actually kind of like the Fast and Furious movies.
There's nothing wrong with liking them. They should just be called like something else, like G.I. Joe or Action.
Yeah, they're just generic. That's the thing. I'm actually bummed they took the street racing element out of it because that's the cool part.
I thought that's what they were all about.
Yeah. Now it's just about like mashing military vehicles together. It's like they went out for coffee with Michael Bay one day, and they're like, you know what? This is what I do now.
I think I saw the first one, and that was it.
Yeah, don't.
They must be making money though, right? I guess.
Oh yeah, they're making loads of money because that's so everybody. So
Is that what people want? I don't hear like.
Is that what people want?
Yeah, because like
when the Expendables came out, right? Like it was all the old action movie heroes or whatever doing what action movie heroes do.
Yeah.
And then boom, instant money. Second one, boom, instant money. Everybody likes that, but they don't always crave it all the time. They want like, oh, we're going to the ice cream place, but we usually get X, but this time we're gonna get double chocolate, triple fudge brownie ice cream.
Oh, that's so much chocolate.
We can only have this every once in a while because we'll get diabetes if we don't. So like, it's one of those things. And like the Fast and the Furious movies, you're like, oh, this is like once every 2 years or whatever, where we're getting our action surge, and then it's like, okay, normal movies. Oh, we're okay.
I see.
What's up, Joey? We got Maniac for Bricks is watching, saying, "Oh my wahoo!" And then Nick says, "Worst Nick Cage being Nick Cage movie was Con Air when he tried to use a Southern accent, but was still Nick Cage with a mullet."
Con Air was great.
What's your favorite Nick movie with Nick Cage in it? Mine's Lord of War.
I think my new favorite Nick Cage is Willy's Wonderland, where he literally doesn't talk the entire film.
Nice.
It was great, but he was so good.
Ark, I'm with you. I love the hell out of Lord of War.
Oh, so good. So good.
Hey, Kevin, have you seen Lord of War?
No,
Shocker.
I'm gonna add that to my. I'll add that to my list.
It's really good. Nicolas Cage is an arms dealer.
But I was telling Jeff because Jeff is usually my go-to movie guy. I mean, you've seen like I think every movie ever in existence, but I finally saw Dune for the first time in my life, and I'm so lost. I'm so lost. And I finished it, and I'm like, okay, what? the scene where have you seen Dune, Art?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know necessarily recommend it, but there's a scene near the end when they're all riding on a giant sandworm, and like that's it. That's all.
Into the sunset.
And it's just a weird visual because it is kind of like a whole sunset riding a horse thing, but it's just I don't know. Yeah, no spoiling, no spoilers. But it's just like I'm like, what is happening?
Mine just looks like Mario's like real, and he just got off from his plumbing shift, and he's just really, he's just like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh God, I've been doing this for 30 years. Just keep her, Bowser. Just keep her. I'm done.
My idiot brother Luigi is so useless.
Just keep her. I'm done.
I just keep her, man. Just keep her.
All he wants to do is go ghost hunting and.
I'm gonna get like a sad cigarette.
There you go.
Sad cigarette, yeah.
Speaking of sad cigarette, I'll be right back.
Okay.
There's something really depressing about a droopy cigarette. You know what I mean? Not even like a solid one, just like, you know, it's like an inner reflection of it's like an outer reflection of the character, just barely holding on there, you know?
So it's interesting because you like went straight for the likeness, and I was like, how do I do everything but the likeness and save it to the very end?
Oh, interesting.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Sure, I can see that.
But now
Mario
like,
mushroom addiction. Exactly.
See, Joey says I like Nick Cage in Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, was he the noir? He was the noir one, right?
Good call. Yeah. Good call.
Yep, that is I forgot about that.
Adam Sandler. We don't mention his name here.
All right, let me try to get this likeness. We'll see how this goes.
Here's a great question for chat. Does Adam Sandler have a good movie?
Oh man, surely he does.
Question mark. I mean, some people like Billy Madison. You know, kind of the older like.
Yeah.
2000s.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. That's the Adam Sandler I know.
Yeah, that's the Adam Sandler we all want to know.
What, like Waterboy?
Yeah. I actually kind of liked Little Nicky too back in the day.
Oh yeah, that I haven't seen it since it first came out, but I remembered I kind of liked it.
It's one of those 90s movies that if you watch it now, you're kind of like, or 2000s movies, you watch it now and you're kind of like, I don't know about some of this.
This is ridiculous.
I love it.
Oh man, but yeah, this is real. This is a real thing. This is really happening. So
this is unbelievable.
This is going to be a part of our lives.
I like Charlie Day as Luigi, but that's because I'm like a huge Always Sunny fan.
I mean, I feel like he could also pull it off pretty well.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's got that energy. Look at mine.
Hold on. Let's switch this up.
I love it. He just got off shift, you know. I got the bags under his eyes too. He's done, man.
John Y says punch. Is that Punch Drunk Love? Is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard people like that actually. Yeah. It's two good movies, Wedding Singer and 51st The Churro. I've heard people also like those. Yeah, I can see that. You know what's the worst movie ever? Pixels.
I never saw that, but I mean, it visually looked super interesting. But I was like,
yeah, the premise is like cool, but oh lordy,
great, good in theory, but not necessarily.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Let's see. So now that let's cycle back maybe to my origin story.
Yes, in the beginning.
Yes. In the beginning, there was simply nerd. Yeah. Okay. So how I got into art, I guess, is that?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. So this is really interesting, and I like telling this story. I feel like my channel, and part of why I feel like I really like compelled to like kind of help other artists too, is because I don't have like this magical Christmas art story of like, oh man, I saw Pokemon and I just started drawing and everything worked. I like didn't start drawing until I was like 23. Seriously. And even then I didn't super start until like maybe 2017 or something, when I started like doing it more like I'm professional kind of thing, or attempting to be.
Oh.
So there's a good like good chunk of my life where I wasn't doing much of any art at all. And basically I kind of bought into, and you might understand this, I bought into the horrible misunderstanding that so many people have that I wasn't good at art, which means I can't be good at art. You know what I mean? I wasn't born with art talent. That was the perspective like a lot of people in my area, in my life had. And so I kind of, I think, adopted that as well.
Yeah.
You know, because there's always like art kids in school, and you're like,
oh, yeah.
That's the art kid, and I'm just a normal person, you know?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
That was the art kid.
Yeah, that was not me. I sucked. I sucked at art until I was like 28, 29 maybe. I think I suck now.
Oh, no, nonsense.
But so my friend actually recommended that I tried it, because I liked games, obviously, and I wanted to make games and art and stuff, but I just didn't, it's not for me. I can't do it. And so when I was like 17 or 18, my buddy was like, have you tried though? Have you ever tried to draw like a singular thing that wasn't a sticks man?
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll give it a go. And it actually turned out okay. There's like some beginner's luck there, so it turned out better than stuff that I did for a while after that. But that was like, oh, maybe I can do this, And that's where kind of the seed got planted, I guess. And then over time, as my interest in game development sort of grew, I started doing art to facilitate that. But then I went to art school, and that's where I really fell in love with it. This was like maybe when I was like 23 or something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I became an artist, I guess. I started like identifying myself as that, because I kind of fell in love with learning. I fell in love with the history about it that I never used to appreciate, and I think is like super underrated, because I feel like it's taught very dry,
It can be.
Yeah, but like,
oh my goodness, look at this, look at what I've created.
Oh my god, that looks like kind of looks like Freddie Mercury as Mario.
These, I mean, what's happening? What is even? All right,
Cursed.
Wow. Okay. That's a drawing. All right.
Also, thank you, Maniac. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Let me make these eyebrows thinner, though. I think that's clearly the only issue with this.
I think that's the new Tony Stark standard right there.
You know what? I'll take it if this is it, because I actually really tried hard on that Tony Stark salt. I'd rather.
More like Tony Stank, am I right?
And you know what? And that joke has been used on several occasions.
Okay. Well, I'm one of the community now.
You're one of us.
I can't. Well,
I'm in the pantheon now.
There he is. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So what do you think? Are you good with yours? Do you want to move on, or do you want to?
Okay. I think I've explored this.
This has been explored.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Yeah. And that is Morgan. Yeah. Thank you, John Y, for helping out Joey with that question.
Okay, so Japanese games, folks.
So yeah, it is your pick again. So you can dive in, Ark, and pick another one.
Do we have a quiver of suggestions here?
There should be. Yep. In the private chat.
We got a whole lot that people have suggested that
okay,
I've copied down.
So I instinctually look at chat.
Yeah. So click on private chat.
I've actually streamed so much at this point that sometimes in real life I'll say things that are like Twitch related, like some dude like, oh man, I was driving and someone scratched my car while it was parked, and I'm like, F. I get an F in chat.
Casual speech.
Yeah.
Ben says, "Gotta go work now, but it's so beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome, Ben."
But,
glad you enjoyed.
Why does it look like
Pratio?
Your Mario looks like it's got boobs.
It does?
Yeah. Like
Why?
just the outline of the chest right there.
Oh,
looks like it's
well,
amazing. Oh man.
let me try to like.
No,
Here.
no. You said you were done and it was fine, but oh man.
Oh, Madama Butterfly? I don't know how to pronounce it, from Bayonetta. Yeah, there was a new Bayonetta trailer, and that actually looked like a really beautiful design. That's very tempting. And there's also the cloud one from way back.
Yeah.
If anybody else has any new suggestions, obviously we would love to hear it.
I mean, I put in an awesome one.
Which was that?
It's the most recent one.
Egon from the Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters game. I might sidestep that because I feel like that's like the most loopiest of loopholes.
Damn it! Every stream, I try to get Kevin to draw something Ghostbusters related. And I was like, "All right, new guy, time for some hazing."
It was. You know what? I'm going to use.
I like that though.
Sidestep is a great term to be like, I'm just going to sidestep that one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, walking down the sidewalk, I'm gonna move a little bit to the right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's do the Bayonetta one. Let's really punish ourselves with detailed.
Oh, that is definitely gonna. Yep. Agreed.
Where's Joseph Sawada? What's going on here?
All right, so that one was from
JoJo.
Boba
JoJo's
Laveau.
Adventure.
Yeah, Joseph Sawada needs to be here for Bayonetta. It's like his favorite game.
He does. So listen to this, Ark. I was doing a collaboration stream with another guy who does video games, and we did a similar like Pictionary style one, but people could make donations because it was a charity stream. And I was for a donation, so money was involved. I was challenged to draw Bayonetta as a gummy bear in 60 seconds.
Oh wow! Can I attempt that right now? I want to see.
Oh, I would be delighted if somebody else could make. Let me put this on the screen though, real quick. This is Boba Laveau. All right, where's Boba Laveau's comment? Let me get that on the screen. Stand by. Where did you go?
All right, so I don't know if this is a suggestion or not, but I'm copying down Grimace because he was in fact in that crappy McDonald's game.
Grimace. Okay, all right, so we have that on the screen. All right, so yes, the challenge was Bayonetta as a gummy bear in 60 seconds, and I did it. I can even show you if you really want to see later. But
okay.
So you want to do this challenge yourself, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get a timer on my phone here.
Okay,
60 seconds is not a lot of time.
I know. I've been playing that. Have you seen that? There's like this drawing game where people like draw things out of context, Gachaphone or something like that.
No, I don't
It's
even.
pretty interesting. The general premise is a bunch of people join, and it gives you like. You draw an image, and then people have to describe it with a sentence. It's like Broken Telephone, but with
Gotcha.
Actually. And then the next person has to draw that sentence, and then the next person has to describe it, and it's kind of like back and forth until you get like weirdness.
All right, are you ready?
Okay, let me see.
So I've got my phone set for 59 seconds because I can't.
Gummy
Well, no,
bear.
I can do 1 minute. All right, so
Gummy
1 minute.
Bayonetta. Okay.
And it's Bayonetta as a gummy bear. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay. Get the bear shape first.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
All right, you're doing good with the gummy bear shape. That's excellent. I like the little lines that you got going, the little stubby arms. That's good. Got some hair. Nobody wants a hairy, gummy bear, but in
No,
this case, I think
nobody
it's
wants
okay.
that. Nobody wants that.
No. Bayonetta has two important assets that you seem to be getting. That's okay.
30
That's all
seconds.
right. Yep.
And then we got high heels on the gummy bear.
Right.
Yeah.
That has to happen. Fantastic. That's good improvisation right there. Yep.
Let's see.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds, man. Come on. You
I
can
gotta
do
get
it.
a
I
face.
believe in you. There you go. Boop. Boop. little lines there.
There we
Yep.
go.
That is like 1,000 times better than mine already. All right, time's up.
There we go. We got the Bayonetta. You got the Bayonetta.
Oh
gummy
my
bear.
goodness. Oh man.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Let me get real quick. Sorry, this is a tangent for a moment, folks, which is okay.
It's Japanese game, relevant.
It's relevant.
Thank you, Maniac. Thank
It's
you.
no Egon Spengler.
Here was my Bayonetta in 60-second gummy bear.
Oh wow. The head is so like.
And I had to color it too, because I had to color everything.
Oh, that's impressive. That
It's
is impressive. I had some time there to do some undercoloring, maybe, but
okay.
nice. I see you couldn't like come to terms with the head shape.
No, I could not come to terms with that.
Yeah, that's what really got you there.
Oh my god! All right, that was great. Thank you for participating in that
great.
challenge. Yeah, I didn't.
I'm always down for like fun things like that.
All right, so we are gonna do now Madama Butterfly from Bayonetta. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. What is this?
It's hard to like get a good reference of it. Did you notice that?
I am looking now, so I'm about to experience this in real time.
There's like a couple angles of her, but like a full art, it's tough.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
interesting.
It's- Yeah.
All right.
It's because there's like all this hair movement going on because of the nature
Gummy-
of the game.
Gummy Baronetta. That's a pretty good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Good job. Good job.
Bayonetta.
All right. Okay. Enough fooling around. What's up, Milan? Welcome.
There we go. Okay.
And Nick had a suggestion earlier for does Silent Hill fall in Japanese games? I think so,
Yes, it does.
because he's got Pyramid Head or Nurses. He's my go-to with the creepy stuff.
Ooh,
he's always
Pyramid Head,
like,
actually.
what
Although
kind
you've
of-
probably drawn Pyramid Head a couple times.
I have, but it's been a while. I actually don't think I drew Pyramid Head. I think I've drawn Pyramid Head since like 2019. Actually.
Oh, wow. I'll eat a Toblerone right now as in solidarity. That's what happens if you eat too many Toblerones. Your head just becomes a
You
pyramid.
become a Pyramid Head. That's a
Yeah.
That's a tragedy.
It's a shame, but you know. people underestimate the dangers of Toblerones.
It's true.
I'm joking. I'm gonna get like sued. Toblerone's gonna be like, "Oh, listen here."
Oh, so I just read a funny story because I read the news most of the time, and so some guy sued Red Bull like I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever. It was like 10 years of legal debates because it did not A, enhance him in any way, nor did it B, give him wings. And like, you know, like, okay.
Yep.
And he was awarded $10 million today.
Are you
Nice.
serious?
Yeah.
Is this where was this? Probably Europe, right?
Oh.
I just read a bit of it, but I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Such an event could only possibly be here in the United States.
Yeah, probably in Florida.
Although I don't see a person winning a lawsuit in the States.
You know, that's
I feel
fair.
like a corporation would just pay their way out of it somehow.
That's kind of fair. You think they're going to keep using that in the ads?
I mean, I've seen it for
They're
a
just going to
while.
add like a disclaimer under it, like Ripple actually.
Please know that Red Bull did not actually give you wings.
Yeah.
Red Bull does not actually give you wings. Please do not attempt to fly after drinking Red Bull.
Void where prohibited.
It's like that like sad story of that kid who like jumped off a balcony because he thought he was like a Pidgey or whatever.
Anytime I have to like very quickly in a joke setting ramble off some legalese, I always make sure to throw in void in the Canadian province of Quebec. I'm like always got to throw that last one in there because that's like in every single one of our commercials.
Sorry about that.
It's like void in the Canadian
apologize.
province of Quebec.
I apologize in advance for the French.
That's fair.
I actually, you know, what's funny. Well, it's not necessarily funny. I always say that before any story. I'm like, you know what's funny? So, dude died, right? No.
Everybody's like,
Yeah, everybody's like, that's not funny, bro. But anyway, what's interesting is is there's like a big rift in Canada, obviously, between like English and French culture or whatever.
Yeah, I've picked up on that.
But I don't know. I think it's just cool. Personally, I'm all about it.
I was this was long ago. Oh man, this was probably 2015 maybe. I was in Montreal for an event for work, and I went out to dinner with a group of folks, and all of them were French speakers. I didn't quite realize that.
Oh, that's funny.
Except for one guy, and he sat next to me, and he was really the only one talking to me, and everybody was like having a good time and talking amongst themselves, and but it was really just me talking to the one guy next to me. And eventually, through the course of the dinner, he was like, he goes, "I'm sorry, none of them will talk to you." And I was like, "Oh, why?" He's like, "They only speak French, and they understand English, but they will not respond to you out of principle." I was like, "What?" and we sat there, and I was like, "So they understand what I'm saying?" He's like, "Yes, but they're not going to talk to me." No.
Yeah, that tracks.
I was like, "That's so weird." And yeah, we did the whole dinner, and they never once spoke to me, but they could apparently understand everything I was saying.
That's so funny. Yeah, that tracks. I can see that.
It's like, I don't know what to do with this.
It was also like, I don't know, the rift has shrunk, in my opinion, over the years, at least from what I've seen. I've been to Montreal. People seem really laid back, especially younger folks nowadays. But back in like the 90s, early 2000s, it was like a serious problem. Like Quebec wanted to like secede. They almost did too, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like kind of nationalistic kind of French movements, and so I think a lot of people at that time, had a certain opinions, I guess, about it.
Yep.
But I think everybody's sort of chilled out now, which is nice, because I think a lot of people still do kind of talk a little smacky, but I really enjoy it. I think it's so cool that we can go to a different province, just like a few hours away, and just get this completely different.
Oh yeah, that's
culture,
for sure. There's
really,
nothing wrong with other cultures and melting stuff together. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Well, that's what's interesting is like I talked to there's some French Canadian people that hit up my stream, right? And we talk about like how they're distinct from France, though. Like they go to France and they get like get out of my house. I'm very aware of that. It's like so funny. Yeah.
I went 2014. I had a trip to Brazil, and we had a whole conversation about because they speak Portuguese there, about do not affiliate us with Portugal though. That's like, but you're all right.
It's interesting, right? And
it is very interesting.
I don't think they're offended by the comparison necessarily, but they're very different, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I love Montreal. I feel like it's got like a really cool art scene. Half the game industry of Canada is there, if not more.
Yeah, and like film and television and stuff, right? Like there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's a bit more in Toronto as far as film goes.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my
that
god,
makes
there's
sense.
there's a lot of like Netflix production in Toronto. I have a few friends who work in that industry actually.
It's kind of
that's cool.
That is kind of cool.
In fact, I would say more, but I don't want to dox myself. I was going to talk about like some filming locations.
Like, in fact, I'm actually in the next Nicolas Cage movie.
There's like a lot of stuff filmed like just a couple blocks from me actually that are in major things. I'll message you privately. You'll be like, what?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What? That is Kevin's reaction when you tell him something that he finds fascinating. So you nailed it right on the head there.
Yeah, an exact pitch, I think.
Nice.
Verbatim.
I'm glad that I'm.
I don't know why I always wind up rambling about French culture. I don't know. I think the Americans might find it interesting. I think a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're like, no, I don't care.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, like, because you guys got that Spanish thing going on, right?
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes, we do.
I stopped paying attention to the world, Kevin. So it's
Did you just say you read the news?
Yeah, I was gonna say you just said you read the news.
Look, reading a trashy news site is not the same as watching the news. Like
This is that story where you're like, hey, I read the news every day. Do you really read the news, or is it just like Star Magazine? It's like, well,
I mean,
I read Star Magazine.
Only Fox News for me, thank you.
Oh,
Only Fox News.
Only Fox News.
But yeah,
If I can hear it from Rush Limbaugh, it's not real.
that's not real. Well, I'm sorry.
well,
I think the last time I saw data, it was like Spanish was very, very close to overtaking English as the most spoken language in the United States.
so it took me a minute to realize that you are in fact not talking about data from Star Trek.
I was thinking that's where my brain went to. Not gonna lie.
Lieutenant Commander.
That's right.
How about that? How about that Picard show though?
How about it?
Oh, do we have to?
Do we have to murder our boy? Do we have to murder our boy like this?
Are you a Trek fan?
Not really. I'm a Star Wars. I'm on the Star Wars side of the fence.
I mean, I like both, but I'm a big Trek fan. I was not happy with Picard.
Yeah, I was excited because I think he does such a good job with his particular role that it kind of brings me into it a little bit. You know what I mean?
It was like the first thing that, like, when I saw announcements and stuff where I'm like, get me this streaming service now. I must do this.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, all right. Like it wasn't awful. I was just like, what happened? What is this?
Yeah, I think people wanted more like, let's see the captain. Get
Yeah.
the boys are back in town. Like everybody was like, let's go. Let's bring the band back together for one final adventure or something. But it was very, very different than that, wasn't it?
Yeah. But the lighter side to that is that Brave New Worlds is coming out, and that looks awesome.
It's gonna be great.
We hope.
Everything I've seen has led me to believe it's gonna be good. I could be led astray, of course, but
I love how my image of Mario, Chris Pratt, is interfering now because
oh no, we have interference.
the two very, very different images.
I feel like he is appropriate though for this.
Yeah, but Bobo does. He nails it, or they nail it with the new Space Force uniforms. It's it's definitely mirror universe Star Trek uniforms.
Did you ever see the Space Force Netflix show?
Yeah,
with
I was
Steve
going
Carell?
there. I was going there. I was going to
That was
ask
good.
that.
That was
Never
good.
saw
I
it.
enjoyed it actually.
It's really good. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's only like one season. That's the end of it. It's like, I don't know, 8 episodes or something.
Is it as stupid as the whole Space
Yeah,
Force?
it knows what it's all about.
Okay.
And Steve Carell is like in charge of the division of the government. So it's like, and who else? John Malkovich is in it.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny actually in that.
It was a decent, if not like not too special show. It's like,
Like every time they have like their cabinet meetings of like all the branches of the military, everyone laughs when Steve Carell walks in. It's like, well, Space Force is here. It's really funny. What's up, Alyssa? Alyssa's here. Danny DeVito as Mario and Princess Peach, both characters.
they laugh now until we get our space armada. Then we will. Then your little airplanes will look hilarious in comparison to our starships. You laugh now. You wait.
Oof.
I like how, in an ironic way, when every time you see Space Force logos, it's always like a division of the U.S. Air Force. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
but I thought this was its own. No, this isn't its own thing.
Man, things are so different in Canada sometimes.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I'm like, Air Force, Dave? Love that guy. Love that guy.
Dave.
strapping wings to that moose was a problem, and we all
Yeah.
it looks great now.
Well, I tell you, buddy, you're gonna do some flying today.
Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. It's been like mostly like getting back to non-traveling con week, I guess. It's kind of the thing. Like normal week, I guess.
True. I can see that.
You definitely need to get to a con, man. Absolutely.
I do. I need to I need to do like some fan art prints.
Yeah, that's what's gonna, unfortunately. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I did see a guy, like, it doesn't happen very often. There's two artists I've come across in the last like 4 shows I've been to. So that's a lot of artists. But there's 2 that were all original artwork, and I was like really, really like blown away with their stuff. One of them did like kind of old school ink and like watercolor paintings.
Ooh.
And then the other one was very like it was all digital, but like trying to get like that oil painting look, and all fantasy, like, you know, a medieval market with like giant life-size goldfish swimming in the air, like very fantastical kind of stuff.
Yeah,
those
like,
2 artists, all they
surreal.
had, those 2 were the only 2 that I came across out of 4 shows that were all original artwork, and I thought were really stellar work. That I was like, these guys could probably make it. Like they could make it work.
Yeah. You're like, fair.
But it's like, for the most part, it's fan art or nothing is really what it is.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got a pile of stickers nowadays.
I looked when you showed me the hot take. I looked on I was like, they're still not on the thing yet. I'm like,
yeah, I know. They're not up yet. I have the pictures. I'm just being lazy.
It's fine.
I'll put it up today.
No, don't do it just for me. It's fine. I'll wait. I'm patient.
I mean, I'm not doing anything. So. I got the time.
Joseph Zawada's here. What's up, Joseph?
I've mostly been coding lately, to be honest, which is annoying because I always want to like work on my art stuff.
Yeah. How's the pizza delivery game?
Oh boy. I've shifted to working on a multiplayer game now because that's the one I really want to push out. But the space game one is pretty close to being done. Like I got the first character, the story part done. It's just I need to do like transitions from between scenes. So it's not like just abrupt, like, oh hey, you're in this environment now, you know?
The waifu game.
Yeah, exactly. The space waifu game. But yeah, so the visual novel components are built. I basically built it all out. I just need to add new scenes and then the transitions in between them. You really underestimate games and how much stuff is in them, like all the little things that make them work. Like you never think about a lot of these things, like transition slides in between a scene, like different character emotes, and like all the different, just everything.
Yeah, you know, I can totally relate to that. Not necessarily from a game perspective, but like we were talking about going to cons, right? You're like, oh, wait a minute. I need change when people give me cash. Stuff that you don't think about. You're like, oh yeah, I need to have product to sell. But like, oh, maybe I should have rubber bands for things, or maybe I should have a pair of scissors. Like that kind of stuff that you're like, oh, I failed to realize how many things I need.
Yeah, that's exactly like sound design. Like I'm recording footsteps in my room on a microphone by like slapping my like comforter.
Your what?
My comforter.
Okay.
That was going in a very dark direction.
It was very quickly. So Joseph Zawada is here in the chat, and Joseph Zawada is the person who paid me the money to draw the Bayonetta gummy bear.
Oh, here we
do
go.
You want to look at that? So Ark, my guest today, was like, oh, I want to do this challenge. So there is his 60-second gummy bear Bayonetta, which is already 1,000 times better than mine. It's the hair.
Yeah, I had to get the hair. The hair is the likeness of Bayonetta. It's such an important aspect of the character.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's it.
And the little and the heels. Gun heels.
It's like hair, heels. That's Bayonetta, and then like super long legs, but it's a gummy bear, so you're not doing that, right? And the glasses.
Your Madama butterfly is really good.
Thanks.
I'm digging that a lot. Mine's all right. It's there. There it is.
I tend to draw everything in it. Well, I guess we all do that, right? My style is like a certain way, you know. It's like
I'm like a style chameleon.
Yeah.
because I have like a bunch of different styles.
So you can see my range here. It's like more kind of anime stuff, and then kind of into the more like a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
It's like the full.
Yeah.
It's the full.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the full gradient here.
Primal Gamer is here. What's up?
Hey,
Joe says,
Primal
Sawada
Gamer.
says, oh, it's Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Okay.
And gummy bears in the middle, obviously my
And
greatest.
obviously, that's the greatest addition.
I'm just gonna draw everything but a gummy bear. That's my new gimmick.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
As much as of a like intense pressure it was, because it's just like, wow, okay, this is a lot more intensive than I thought it was going to be. I would like to do some more of that on my own, I think.
Life drawing is my friend, so I can actually do stuff pretty quickly, typically nowadays.
So wait a second. So Ark, when Kevin and I get close to Resolve being done, we should come talk to you about a side-scrolling independent game about Resolve, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, I would have quite a few insights, I think, for that. Not to toot my own horn a little bit, but I got a lot of ideas. For stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's looking great though, man. That's really good on that. Not that the other ones aren't good.
And this depressed Chris Pratt Mario is really speaking to me.
Maybe that's what helps like make that one shine. Is that you've got depressed?
This one's so like dramatic, you know.
All right, I think I'm happy with this.
We're good.
Yeah, it's kind of like when college ball teams like start for that opener, and it's like one division below them that they play. And they're just there to get the hell kicked out of them. Yeah.
All right, so this one, okay, so this is my pick. So I'm gonna go with Pyramid Head that we had earlier from Ghost Freaking.
Carmen from Persona 5. Oh, I like that. I know
what's coming next.
Yeah, that's gonna be so detailed though. I'm bringing the pain today.
I mean, Morgan, a little bit. That's okay.
Bayonetta, yeah, okay. So,
I like it. What's up? We got Reed here. Hope Castle's in the chat. What's up?
Hey, Reed.
That's true. Pachinko is interesting. Silent Hill is also a Pachinko game, so we're doubling up.
Is it really?
Jeez.
There was like this really a little bit of video game culture for you. Okay?
Oh, I'm ready.
There's this game called PT that Hideo Kojima and this like big director Guillermo del Toro were working on. Yeah. I know, right? I know.
Yeah. Oh,
and they released at E3 this playable demo immediately. No one's even heard the project before. And so you could download it immediately, and it was one of the best horror experiences to happen since probably Silent Hill 2, I guess, is what a lot of people would describe it. And then Konami like sent Kojima to the Shadow Realm, essentially, and it never got made.
To the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, they stripped his name off everything. It was brutal. It's very Japanese in the style too. They're like, you're not fired, but you work in this office with nothing for like a year. You just sit here and do nothing. And if you don't, you quit and you don't get your benefits. So it's brutal. I don't know. I guess something happened, but the game that was never made.
That's awful.
Right? It all happened because of Metal Gear Solid. The designer was like, well, I'm putting my name on this and I'm not putting Konami on it. And they basically were like, that's not how contracts work, sir. So,
I just put in Pyramid Head. I just put in Pyramid and I got a bunch of pictures of like Giza.
Like, oh, these are some great reference.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm halfway there.
You're going to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, PT being banished to the Nether is that was a bummer.
Yeah, heartbreaking, right?
That game was gonna be dope.
I know. At least like Resident Evil. I swear to you, the like Capcom saw that and they're like, "Yo, let's do this." They're not doing
absolutely, 100.
And that's why Resident Evil 7 was the way it was, almost 100%.
Oh yeah. And now Konami makes the slot machines.
Yep. And but right, what reminded me of the Pachinko situation, is right after they canceled PT, that was going to be the game of legends, they came out with this new announcement for Silent Hill, and everybody's like, oh, Yeah, and then and then they were like, "Oh, we're making a Silent Hill Pachinko machine." Everybody's like, "Oh, okay." Now they're just like trolling.
It was real bad. It was not a good time. I remember. Yeah,
it was not a good time.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I believe you.
This reminds me of the droids from Star Wars right now.
They have a very different purpose. It's
Yeah.
like, R2, stay with the ship. All of a sudden, it just starts attacking you violently. It's like, oh no.
They just got a giant like cleaver.
Oh, but you know what? Actually, I can see that with like Mandalorian when R2 has like the body, has like the full, you know, like it was so weird. It was like, why does that R2 unit have like limbs and like it's like 8 feet tall?
Oh man, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that was like
when I saw that. It was very like off-putting, wasn't it? It's like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, wait a minute.
They got you with like the uncanny valley situation.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, Mr. Saturn. Joseph knows that I'm a sucker for any Earthbound anything. That's why he threw that in there.
I'm like just trying to get that initial like pyramid angle right. It's a lot more like down than I initially expected.
Yep.
Put in a suggestion. I'm sorry. I'm currently making some orders for things, so I'll make sure that I get that thing in there from.
He's ordering us pizza right now. Okay.
No, I'm not.
That's nice of you.
No.
Oh.
Rip.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you guys like, this is why you need to get on Twitch, MrHinkle. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm on it, but yes, I know what you mean.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Really on Twitch. You need to come
really. Like you're either in or out, buddy.
Yeah. Is there's an overlay where people can like order you food.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you put in your address, but like they don't see it obviously, and they can do like a redemption where it's like, they can just PayPal pay and then like
that's kind of amazing.
They can send like full McDonald's meal to your house. You basically select a series of options that they can choose for you, and then
it just shows up.
Yeah. It's pretty wild, man.
Has that happened? Have you had this occur?
I've never done that myself, but I recommend it to a friend because I saw somebody else who actually does that semi-often. And he did that. And it was like, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
It's an interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
Twitch is full of that, like my custom Twitch account.
And I mean, if anybody is not already, I definitely, as with all my guests, I recommend you guys giving Ark a follow online, checking out his streams. He does some good stuff. He's super awesome to listen to, very funny. And especially if you are also an artist, like I mentioned, he is very willing to share his time in helping other artists, which is awesome. So
if you guys ever need any feedback, feel free to hit me up. Let's see.
And I'm not like a big Discord person, but I am in that Discord.
This is true.
There's just so many things to keep track of, but I am in that Discord.
Being a Discord boy, like I have like 40, 50 Discords I'm a part of, and I can't.
I just
can't.
There's a lot of artists I support on Patreon that have like the automatic sync with like the Discord servers.
Yeah.
And I like half of them I have left the server because I'm like, you know what, I do want to support you, but I don't need more. I don't need any more of this.
There's something about Discord that's uniquely cluttered too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like millions of different channels.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
Yep.
Unless you're like really involved in the community, I noticed.
Bobo Lavo says you had me until the streamer gets to pick the options. Let's see, is he wearing gloves? It seems like sometimes he's wearing gloves, sometimes he's not.
Oh yeah, you could send anything. That would be hilarious. I mean, you could probably enable that to some extent. Just send like meme things. I'll send you a pizza with no toppings.
It's just the bread. It's just crust.
It's the funniest one I've ever seen is no sauce, no cheese, sausage. And it's just like pieces of sausage on top of it, of like bread. And it doesn't stick to anything either, so it's just rolling around in there.
That's awesome.
I order weird pizza sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I slung pie for a long time. It's just like, what?
What's your okay? So
Ooh,
what's your
true. Yeah?
what's your go-to pizza, Art? What's your preferred?
I'm a pizza snob. Okay?
That's fine. That's okay.
Not gonna lie. And so my go-to pizza is Neapolitan style pizza. The standard margarita is usually my favorite way to go.
All right. Okay.
So the margarita pizza, if you're not familiar, or the Neapolitan style pizza, is basically it's super thin, kind of like New York style. They char the dough. Usually, it's some sort of like unique oven, and they cook them like 3 to 5 minutes at like a bajillion temperature. So it's very fast, and the tomatoes. There's like rules on this stuff. In Italy, there's like legal rules for Neapolitan style pizza. In Naples specifically,
I believe it.
which is hilarious. But
The Italian police show up. It's just Mario. Yeah. It's like, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you about the margarita.
And then it's Chris Pratt, of course.
I can't even emulate Chris Pratt's voice. I feel like just talking my normal voice is the best.
Yeah,
that's about right.
He has a guy voice. You know what I mean? Like he's not distinctive enough for me.
He's just a dude.
Yeah. I'm just a dude.
He's just living his best life, you know.
What's your go-to pizza, Kev?
Usually pepperoni. Oh my goodness! I mean, I have so many times where I have to order pizza and I have kids involved, so it's either cheese or pepperoni or nothing. But I think if I could pick any, it's usually like I do like a good meat lovers pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had pizza. I had pizza once in Toronto that had like the Canadian, like the real Canadian bacon or whatever on it. And I was like, this is so gross.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so gross. What am I eating?
Yeah, female's not meant for that.
I was like, what on earth?
So is that with like the yellow stuff around the edges?
It was something. I don't know. I was like, what is this?
Because you know what's funny? You guys call Canadian bacon. You have a name for something called Canadian bacon.
Yeah,
we
have
I don't even know what that is.
It's like ham. It's like ham.
Yeah, it's just ham. Here, it's not like bacon. It's just ham. So I don't know where they got the Canadian bacon impression.
It's like the same thing with French fries. It's like French, like, what are you doing? What is this?
There's female bacon though. Are you familiar with what that is?
No.
It is fantastic. I'll draw it.
I shall draw it for you. What is that? Wombat Combat Pictures.
How you doing?
It's basically a piece of cured ham, but it's surrounded in like this sort of like yellow like pea meal.
Okay.
That's the name, female bacon, I guess.
Yeah.
And it just tastes different. It tastes like proper bacon but pork, as opposed to like Canadian bacon, which is literally just ham. So I don't really understand.
That rhymes.
Yeah, I just remember being at a restaurant and I was like, "What is this? What have you served me?"
Well, if you come to Toronto and go downtown, you can go to the Kensington Market and get a female bacon sandwich, which is sort of like the sandwich of the city, if you will.
Gotcha.
Are you saying penile or something else?
P-mail, like Peameal, like P-meal, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
there it is.
Okay. I was like, man, that better not be like penis bacon. I don't know.
It's
Well, you know how normal bacon is made from the butt of the pig, right?
Yeah.
We decided to use the whole pig.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Yep. How are you? I'm doing good. Connor, how are you?
Are you?
You came in at the best time.
You came in at literally the best moment of this show. Are you a big Halloween guy, Art?
Yes, but not as much as I would like.
Oh,
like
I'm sorry.
I'm really into it, but I don't get the opportunity to really celebrate that much. I barely wear costumes, or like, I go to maybe the occasional get together, but I would like to do more because it is one of the cooler holidays for sure. But while I look young, I am 30. I feel like it'd be pretty weird trick or treating.
I mean,
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please get off the road? What are you doing?
Excuse me, sir. This is a Denny's.
then you get then you might actually get a real police siren boop on you there.
Yeah.
You see what
There
you
should
think
be-
you're doing.
There should be an adult version of Halloween where you still get to do it. But it's just
mean,
like everyone's adults.
Hey, Bill.
All right then.
Isn't that just the food bank?
Hey, Don.
Every day is Halloween if you're poor.
Wait, is
I mean-
Canadian bacon called Canadian bacon in Canada? International learning. No, it's not. That's what we learned. It is not.
Yeah, it's just ham. Canadian bacon to us is like normal bacon, but like made in Canada. So like some people will like market it that way, you know, like real Canadian bacon, and it's just bacon but made here, you know.
That's weird.
It's kind of like how you know how like in America or something they'll advertise like it's locally made, you know. It's kind of like that.
Yep.
So it's more so just a way to be like, you know, it's better because it was made here in theory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, P-mail's sweet. I almost want to pull it up.
I'll draw it for you.
Share with- Yeah. Don't say I'll draw.
That's why I was very confused for a moment. I'm like, is he pranking Kevin right now? Or are we about to see what I think we're about to see?
Are we? I'll draw. Please don't draw.
Because, I mean, that'd be a first for the Doodle stream and definitely a last.
It would be. It would
Want
be.
to draw Willie?
It would. That's never happened to date. So
So far.
that is not something to strive for. So please
Here
don't
we go.
apply it.
P-mail. This is what P-mail looks like. I recommend people to Google it because honestly, if you're in Canada, give it a shot. It's pretty sweet.
Jeff, what was your go-to pizza?
I don't know. You didn't ask me. You
I just
overlooked me.
realized. Yeah, I just realized.
No, it's fine.
No one cares about Jeff's pizza.
Nobody cares about chat, guy. It's all right. Moving
No.
right along.
I care. What's your go-to pizza?
I don't really have one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a.
Well, it's good that we didn't ask.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't bring it up. I'm not like, oh, what are you guys doing about me? Emily likes X pizza, so I now enjoy X pizza to a degree. But if I'm on my own and I don't have Emily telling me not to bother the people with my crazy order, I like to get a buffalo chicken wing pizza,
Okay. Gotcha.
which is
If I were-
Go ahead.
If I were to do normal toppings, it would be like if I'm not doing like a Neapolitan style pizza, it would probably be bacon, black olives. I think. I know a lot of people think black olives are kind of nasty, or green
That's
olives.
because they are.
That's
What
because they are. What is up, Tiny Bricks? Nice to see you. It has been quite a while.
Hi, Tiny Bricks.
How are you? Welcome.
I have this weird meme where like, well, it's not a meme. I just really like black olive, and I remember my family, like my mom used to buy me like cans of black olives, and I would just eat them straight, like just.
That'd be like your Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I got
Just
you
a snack,
one of those
okay.
giant like restaurant supply quantity of black olives.
She even bought me a strainer specifically so I can put them in and like pull it out, grab some, and just like it was the weirdest.
Nice.
My family is like the meme is that I go to like you know how there's like cheese platters or whatever that people have at like gatherings.
Yep.
It's like a little black olive part, and I'm like, have you all said your piece with this? Like, have you all gotten what you wanted?
Is this is mine now?
Yeah, this is mine now. And people have just accepted it over the years.
So I've got a buddy that lives in North Carolina, and he helps me out a lot with a bunch of my like website stuff and social media stuff. But one of my favorite stories to ever tell is that we went on a cruise together. So we were cruising out of Miami to Costa Maya, Mexico, and
Spring break. No, I'm kidding.
we were. Well, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It was only like 4 years ago. So we were on this cruise, and we were at the breakfast buffet, and it was a little late. You know, it's like noon, but we're at the breakfast buffet, and we go over, and it's kind of busy, and he's first. I'm after him, and there's a lady with her child, young child. She's carrying him behind me, and he goes to the salmon. Right, there's a tray of salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs the tongs and takes salmon off, a pretty healthy portion of salmon. And he's like, this salmon is just delicious, is what he's telling me. and so he grabs another. I'm like, wow, okay, he's getting a lot of the salmon. And then the lady behind me, I guess, wanted some of that salmon. She's like, wow, you're really taking a lot of salmon, aren't you? And he was like, okay, challenge accepted. And so he goes, yeah, it's really good. And then swipes the entire tray of salmon onto his plate. Like he like grabbed the tongue and just slid the whole thing as a pile onto his plate. And then he's like walks immediately away, leaving me to have to explain to this woman why she was just standing there with her mouth open. And I'm like, I go, I'm sorry. And then I walk away.
I apologize for this, man.
And it's so funny because I love telling that story. And he always is like, he's like, yeah, who does she get off thinking that she's the only one that can have salmon? He was like,
you're calling yourself out with that one, man.
He's like, I couldn't even eat it all. It's like I just wanted to take it away so that she couldn't have it.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's like, oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Power move.
It was it was so much salmon. It really was.
I love salmon, actually. That's my favorite sushi type.
Yeah. I like I used to, I mean, I guess probably there's not a lot of kids I can imagine that love sushi, but I used to be like, this is disgusting. And I'm into it now. I'm into it now.
Isn't that funny? Like how your tastes change? I've really been like experiencing that lately. Like I used to be like, if it isn't chicken nuggets or mac and cheese, get out of my face, Mom.
Yeah. I was thinking of that too recently. Thinking about. Wait, what? What happened? Okay.
I feel like it just really touched a nerve there.
That's fine. I was thinking about when I was a kid, and it was like I would only eat like plain cheeseburgers with like meat and cheese only.
Oh yeah.
No vegetables on it.
Yeah, I still do that.
And then like pizza, it had to be cheese or nothing. It was like I only eat cheese pizza. And then I mean, I remember switching to pepperoni, but I was like, nah. And then chicken tenders and stuff. It's like that's it. Mac and cheese only.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting in Canada. It's sort of an institution, not in the same way America does, because America's Southern mac and cheese is like a whole thing, right?
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah. Oh yeah.
In Canada, KD. We call it KD.
Oh.
The box is literally like, you know, craft dinner, right? It's a big deal. Yeah. Big deal. But it's just called KD here, and everybody calls it KD. That's your fun fact about Canada.
That sounds like a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's like KD is like what you refer to mac and cheese of, to like even sometimes more than mac and cheese. You know what I mean? Like, not me, but some people will be like, "Oh, I'm having KD," and it's like not KD. You know, it's like mac and cheese.
Yep. All right, I have finished my pyramid head.
I'm basically there. I'm just drawing ads.
No, you go for it. Go for it.
Just adding more muscle ripples.
You're going for the sleeker sword in which it can actually lift up instead of dragging it behind him at all times.
Yeah, true. I need to make that bigger.
No, you can. That wasn't a criticism that you need to change it.
No, I'm looking at my reference now, and I'm like, no, you're right. This needs to be like,
because that's his thing. Is he's just always dragging it. But I think there is a version that it's like sleeker. I think.
Yeah, there's probably a few. Pyramid Head does seem to be their favorite go-to.
Yeah. Lord Dark Studio says, "What did I come back to?"
I know, right? You should have seen the bacon confusion earlier. That will not.
The Great Bacon Confusion of 2021.
That's going to be the next thing. That's like the pandemic. The Great Bacon Confusion.
Oh yeah, totally. So how's
the pandemic?
That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you're saying.
So how's so Ark has a brand new Etsy shop as well.
That's true.
How's the Etsy selling going?
So I was doing emotes. And then like my print stuff. My print stuff is not done particularly well. But I did sell some emotes. I've kind of like put a pin in it because I'm like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah, sure. Fair.
And it's not like a tremendous, like it takes me like an hour or so to make like an emote or whatever.
Yeah. But it's work. It adds to the schedule.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And it's like, for the amount of return I was getting, I was like,
Yeah.
But my wife actually really took to the whole sticker thing, which you would agree on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were kind of talking, and there's like a lot of TikTok influencers that do really well with stickers, and like
it's a easy entry. It's a small price point thing.
Yeah. And so she wanted to kind of go that route because there's this sort of like kind of a little bit more female marketed, right, kind of aesthetic. And so we're kind of doing that for her because she kind of understands that space and she really likes that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, you take creative lead on it and just come up with like cool designs that you think people would like. And so that's kind of what we're doing now. That's basically my Etsy present. It's just my wife's shop now. She's
Gotcha.
Yeah. Our sticker solution actually is she really wanted to make it herself. So she got a machine and everything. So we're not even ordering from a place now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is nice because we can like make to demand, right?
Yeah. Let's see. We got Disco Hirsch watching over on Twitch. They're first the Pizza Hut man. I don't know what that means, but hello.
Okay, I think I'm good on this now.
And Isu's leaving. Taking a nap.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Primal Gamer, pineapple on pizza or no? I've only had it once, and I was like, I didn't like it. But I would be willing to try it again.
I have a theory. I have a conspiracy theory about this. That pineapple on pizza might actually not be that bad, but you're not going to get fresh You're not going to get fresh pineapple at Domino's or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like freshness is so relevant to like decent pineapple taste that maybe that's what it is. Maybe pineapple's actually good on pizza, but the places that give it suck. You know what I mean?
Never out Pizza Hut. Yes, I do. All right, so this one is your pick again. So it's up to you on what we do next.
Let's go. Pineapple on pizza is the shit. Get out. Get out of my house. I'm sending the hot take police after this man. I don't even know if I'm drunk. Okay, let's see. King of all cosmos. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, sometimes you have to search them because people throw stuff like, I don't know what this is.
Saturn, my favorite item in Smash Brothers. Okay, let me look at some stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
Some stuff. I think. Who is it that? Oh, it's Trico from Last Guardian. Yo, Primer Game will get a Primer Game. Blah, 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 blah. Primal Gamer gets me.
Is that the the winner?
Oh, Carmen from Persona 5 or Trico. I can't choose between those two. They're too good.
I mean, we have enough time to do both.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll start with Carmen from Persona 5.
Okay, that was Joseph Zawada.
Actually, wait. I changed my mind. We're doing Trico from Last Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's more different than the things we've previously done. So if we don't get to it, like, you know.
Yeah, I get you. I try to do the same thing, actually. I try to like balance stuff up a little bit. All right, so that is 11:30.
Not bad, actually. Not bad. Let me just encroach on some of the space here.
Oh yeah.
I'm like rearranging my my group.
Yeah, that happens.
Man, I really did warm up after a bit. That does make a difference, doesn't it?
Lord Dark Studio says, I'm on the Force arc.
I'm on the Force. That's true. Give me your badge. You're a rogue cop.
Yeah, give me your badge and put your badge and your gun on the table.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I don't know if I'm familiar with this character, but let me take a look. Let me take a look.
I'm punishing us. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, Trico is like, oh, dude, you would love Last Guardian, actually.
You would. Just from the art alone.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous.
Oh, is this like a creature? What is this?
Yeah, it is.
It's like what is? I don't even know how to explain this.
It's a combination of a few things. Yeah.
All right.
I saw a creature actually recently that really reminded me of. It's like almost like a ferret or something.
Yeah, ferret face. I could see it in the face, a ferret there.
Yeah, they got the slinky kind of body thing.
It always reminded me of a luck dragon from the Neverending Story.
I'm a luck dragon, Peter.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. This is such a good recommendation.
I'm going down. Yeah.
Suggestion Sonic. Oh, true. Yeah, that's I'm just cruising. Sid from Eddie, Final Fantasy. I'll do all of them.
60 seconds per.
Yeah, it's 60 seconds per.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Who suggested that one? Because props to that guy.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. There's a lot of good suggestions.
Sure,
Yeah, maybe you can give it a, I know you've already got your kind of routine going on, but maybe every now and then you can try doing a similar-ish kind of format like this on your...
Well, I'm going to do that on Halloween, I think. Again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I didn't elaborate earlier, but I think you've played the Twitch game that I built, right? The one where you play it.
Oh yeah. We're like fighting a battle.
Yeah. What you might not know is that there's actually a Halloween variant of that game.
I did not know this.
Yeah, so you can basically, there are chat commands you can use to enter the game, and exclamation mark play or stuff like that. And it'll put you in, and basically it's door knocking. So I have this kind of door set up, it looks like the front of a house, and then people can basically do a trick or treat command or whatever, and then someone will come to the door and you'll get a reward. And so it could be, we were actually giving out games, funnily enough. Yeah, because my buddy K-Shoes actually had a bunch of extra Steam keys for games that he doesn't want.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
We just put them on one big list, and we were just giving them away. And I was also doing sketches. Basically, that was one of the things that you could win. Or it turns into the battle mode, and a ghost shows up, and you have to fight him. It was a whole thing.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things, silly voices, all sorts of different.
That's awesome.
It was kind of fun. I only did it that one time, kind of recently, but it was a fun little thing.
Yeah, I want to develop it a little bit more. I don't have the this image is so good.
I mean, it's kind of awesome, the stuff that you can do like that. You're like, oh, I'm gonna make this game. It's like, boop, done.
Casually. Yeah, whatever.
Here it is. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal.
Casually. I'm gonna make an RPG. Whatever.
Here it is. Well, I already did that one. I guess I'll do another one.
Yeah. But what's funny about the RPG? What really kind of stopped me on it was level balance. So it'll get maybe a little technical, but for those who are interested in that sort of thing, basically, for games like Pokemon and stuff like that, you need a level algorithm for when your stats go up. Mm-hmm. And if you want a creature that has better strength, has more strength than speed, then you have to have that go up each time you level. The problem is if you do that each time, and when they're level 100, their speed will just be so high, or their strength will be so high in comparison, everything else will be useless, right? So you need to make this sort of compound leveling system that doesn't shoot them out of the balanced stratosphere, It's complicated. So you have to use a bunch of funky math.
Math.
Yeah, I know.
Done. Out.
I know. But yeah, so I was just kind of I didn't really know. It was too complicated, and I was kind of
So what's funny? Speaking of math, my youngest son, he is 8, so he's in the 3rd grade, and like many kids, he complains about school all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't need to know this. And I was telling him the other day, I'm like, son, you are literally right now learning all the stuff that you will use for the rest of your life. It's you're learning how to add and subtract and multiply. And these are things that without any doubt in my mind, you will absolutely use these for the rest of your life. I'm not going to sit here and make the case for algebra and but you need to learn how to add. You need to learn how to tell time. You need to, cause he's learning how to tell time, simple math, reading. You need to know these things.
Yeah, definitely.
But I did not lie for my older son when he was going through some of the more advanced stuff. I'm like, you know what? You need to know it for this. You need it, and then you're not going to use it for the rest of your life, but just pass the test.
Yeah, compound interest and stuff you might use occasionally. Yeah, no, a lot of the
I don't want to learn how to read. I'm like, well, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Primal Gamer says the way I describe him is a giant ferret cat bird. That seems like a pretty good analogy for this. And hello to Brickman Mosaics Art. Hello. You also have a new icon, I see. Updated your icon. Very nice.
Oh man, this game is so gorgeous, man. Glad Jeff can back me up on that.
Oh yeah. Shadows of the Colossus is another great game. Same designer, but oh man. Oh, that makes
for
me
its
so
time
happy.
too, right? Like unbelievable. Now you go back and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's aesthetic, right? But like, we're so spoiled now.
Yeah,
even, like small studios can make like really highly rendered stuff now.
It's beautiful. Like absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Oh man, me and my wife played it together because I played Shadows of the Colossus and I was really excited to play Last Guardian. But I knew she would really enjoy it because she likes big cute animals.
Sure.
And oh man, she was a mess. She cried so much. She cried so much. She was like,
It's got the feels.
It's
Hit the emotion.
Emotional. It's a very emotional story.
Anytime you can like hit that as any type of creator, whether you're writing, making a video game, it's a movie, it's a cartoon, but like if you can actually hit that emotion with whatever you've put into the world, that's like that's top tier, right? That's like good job. You did it. You did it. Like when not
Ladies
that I'm
and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. Like I think back to a really, really easy example, which is like Up, the first 15 minutes of Up. And it's like, it's still a cartoon, right? It's super exaggerated, square-headed guy, but like you were able to make people cry. Like you were able to hit that emotion with your craft, and it's amazing. I mean, I get that's a team effort, but still, it's like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think the number one thing for artists in general, and I think this is of any craft, is that somebody cares.
Yeah,
and
that helps.
affected somebody in any way. At least that's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest reward I can get out of it. It's like if I can make an RPG and somebody out there is like, yo, this is sick, I want more of this. I'm like, I did my job,
Yeah.
Nick says, I never learned to read and I didn't come out too bad. I know. Nick is like one of the best success stories ever. Very successful banker, totally illiterate. It's just like you were the stuff of Lifetime movies, my friend.
Well, if you pick one, it's like D&D character builds, sometimes you just put all the stats into one.
That's absolutely true. You got to dump that charisma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin,
how else were you convinced your friends?
I cannot follow this, but I trust this.
How else will you convince your friends to do really dumb things?
Exactly.
I was never like super into D&D myself. I tried it like once.
Yeah.
But I just, I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I think I wasn't really a big fan of like how the game was managed, I guess.
Yeah, that all depends on your storyteller too.
Yeah, I think that's a big factor.
It's a good system. Like, the math is all there and everything else. Like that's the solid part. It's finding the person that can run and tell a story and add in that math, but make it seem like all the math stuff is secondary. So that's Tons of Fun does an excellent hour-long episode about Dungeons and Dragons.
It was a very I can say as a person who listened to the whole episode, it was very entertaining. Brickman Mosaic Art says, thank you. I designed it myself. Very nice. Primal Gamer, I like how they made him act like a real animal.
Yeah. So like you're like a kid and you can call the animal to you, but it doesn't always listen. It's got things to do, places to be. It
sounds like most pets.
Yeah, like he's looking around, he's exploring the environment a little bit. He's got his own attention span,
Oh yeah.
And that I understand why the game took so long, because I feel like 100% it was like just building that reactive AI/animation system. I think it was like 90% of the battle.
Is this a PC game? What system is this?
PS4.
Gotcha.
Did you hear the disgust in that voice?
There's no disgust. It just means I'm like, well, that's out of my realm.
PlayStation console swine. And then PC Master Race confirmed.
I am a sucker. I've been a Nintendo system guy my entire life,
Oh,
so
I
it's
see.
like I have
be-
played a few PC games, but not many.
You must be pretty happy about the Switch era then, huh?
I was after the Wii U era. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Dark Studio says, Ark, don't you pretend to know D&D. I know you.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh.
As I previously said. I think what gets me is like, to me, D&D. I would like a version of D&D. Like some of the modules are interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like something that's more structured because I don't like that the whims of the game decide on the fate of like some dude's imagination. Like, nah, yeah, here. I want the game to like tell me what's going on because like I don't. I guess maybe it is. I don't have the faith in the DM. I suppose
That sounds like it. You're like, I don't trust you.
because they're like, I don't like how this is resolving, so I can just make this not happen. You know what I mean? You're not completely at the whims to the DM. And
well, that's why finding the right like DM is good. The guy that runs our games is fully competent, and like sometimes things don't go as planned, and there's no magic back door. There's none of that.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like this is
everybody died, right? Like the real
Well, I mean, in one of the situations that we were faced with, there was this magic thing under a city that was draining the souls out of people, and
well, that's unfortunate.
It's like Pillars of Eternity.
But yeah, pretty much. He's a big dweeb, so all that thing, those things happen.
He's a big
dweeb. He is a big dweeb, and
the D&D.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, so all those things are happening, right? And yada yada. And what are you guys gonna do? Because we defeated the big bad, we got rid of it, and like, oh, we'll just destroy the orb, the receptacle, because what could go wrong here? And he was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And, oh yeah, of course we are. And he had us make our rolls to know if we understand how this magic worked. We all failed it miserably, and we're like, okay. And then the city that we were trying to save sunk 100 feet into the ground because of the way that the magic worked and the explosion that happened.
Well, that is definitely unfortunate.
Yeah, but I mean, it was also one of those things like, okay, and Don, he didn't plan for that, but he was kind of like, this is a possibility, and well, you guys are morons, so this might happen, and like, there's after effect of that, like there's
yeah. I respect that, like he's committed to that, like and the world, I guess, instead of like oh okay, this happens, so you walk upon a man who offers you the most powerful sword in the game. You know what I mean? Like
nice.
We don't. It's not really.
You know what I mean? Like I guess I experienced a lot of that, and I was like, oh, this is kind of. There's no real stakes in this, because we can just imagination land or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And some of the weapons and stuff that we have their own story, and like it's our job to either give a damn about it or to not. And
that's true.
Like how we want to find more history out about this game and everything that goes with it. And it's fun.
Yeah, I guess if you run it the right way, now that I think about it, right? If you have an adherence to like the canon of if you respect the world that you've built, I guess, right? And the reality of it, then I guess it could be cool.
Nick said the chat's like, Jeff just yada yada us. Primal Gamer, I've only done one session of D&D. I'm a Dragonborn.
Oh, that's cool. Dragonborns are bipedal dragon humanoids.
Nice.
Typically, they stick to themselves because, holy crap, a dragon. But they're fun to play, depending on how you want to do it,
This creature's hard. Are you feeling that right now?
Oh, I finished mine.
Oh, wow.
There's mine.
Oh, that's really good.
But see, look, here's where we differ, my friend, because like I thought you did a much better job on our two ladies here. And I was like, all right. I kind of struggle with all the detail of the outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no, here, it's okay. And it's like, it's great. And meanwhile, like, you know, a creature like this, I'm like, oh yeah, we can knock out one of these guys. So, you know, so it's different for everybody.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Plus, Kevin has had a lot of practice drawing injured bunny people lately.
Yes. Yes. Copyright infringement.
It happened.
Primal Gamer says, I've drawn him before too, and the proportions are weird.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now, I'm like, the head is probably, it's like, the proportions really, the head's like larger than the way I have it. My legs are a bit too long. The power of the lasso tool.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do this.
Oh, yeah. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah. Downside of the lasso tool, I accidentally just created a giant cut in between my character.
Have you guys watched any of the Star Wars Vision stuff yet?
I watched the first episode, The Duel, and that was nice.
Yeah.
What's the premise of this?
It's they got like 7 anime studios to do a Star Wars short each, and it is
cool.
It not beholden to any type of canon.
Oh, interesting.
So they were given full blessing to just do whatever on Earth they wanted to do.
So
Yeah.
Anakin gets hit by a bus and he's reborn into a fantasy world. Isekai style.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I watched the first 3. I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Where's the Obi-Wan is a harem protagonist?
Nice.
Where's that episode?
They've the 3 that I saw were all like absolutely gorgeous to look at.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really loved the first story, and I loved the I liked the idea behind the second episode. It wasn't as interesting, but I really liked the idea of it. And then the third one was just stunningly beautiful to watch. But there's like a very epic battle that's like out in space, and I'm like, how are you breathing? And that bothered me the whole time. I was like, how are you breathing? You are in space. How are you breathing?
What was that one, like the Animatrix or something like that?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
wild. That was wild.
That was a trip.
It was like really surreal, wasn't it?
I was
Yes.
when the Matrix came out, I was all about it. I was all about
really?
it. When it for like I dressed up that year
Trench coat
for Neo for Halloween, I remember. And I definitely bought Animatrix as soon as it came out. I had that on DVD. Yeah, all about it.
Are you excited about the new trailer or the new one coming out? Or
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll give them my money.
Okay.
I think yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't understand why. You know what I mean? The movies also only got worse as they went on. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, the first one's incredible. The second and third, like I think, like on their own, don't work as much. Like the second on its own doesn't work as well. The third on its own doesn't work as well. But like together, they're okay.
Yeah.
Like if you watch it back to back, I remember being in the movie theater, watching the second movie when it came out, and they have that. You know how it like has that really hard, abrupt to be continue ending, where it's like literally Neo and Smith both passed out back to back, and then it's like black screen to be continued. I audibly yelled "ha" and clapped my hands when it did that. I was like, "Wow, okay." I was like, because I was like so caught off guard, and I had no other like emotion than to laugh at it. But I remember loud. I was like, "Ha!" and I like clapped my hands.
That's funny. Have you ever like experienced those, like someone like really laughs in a theater or something?
Yeah.
More than everybody else. Those are the best. Those are the best moments.
It's when you watch a sitcom and there's that one person, like everybody has like the grumbly laughter, and then there's the one person that's like, huh, like they have the delayed.
It's like Seth Rogen in the background.
You mean Donkey Kong?
Yes, exactly.
He's Donkey Kong. If you didn't know, he's actually officially cast as Donkey Kong.
Oh wow, that makes sense. That's right.
Hey, you want some bananas?
Seth Rogen, noted Canadian.
Connor said, I binged the entire series today. It was amazing. And Primal Gamer said, I've watched 2/3 of it. It's all right. I'm not an anime guy.
Yeah, I'm an anime guy, if you can tell from this direction.
If you really want a neat anime to watch, Chronicles of the Lotus Wars, the first season.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of anime, so there you go.
I think anime has a lot to offer outside of its usual. You know what I mean? Because there's like anime, which is like, Sakura, how will we defeat the ninja tribe? And then there's like
Goku screaming for 20 episodes.
Yeah. He's just in line at the DMV.
Oh, that's okay. It all, you know what? It all makes sense. It all makes sense now.
And that's why it takes so long too.
Makes sense.
Nick says Kevin's one of the claps in the movie. I just clap then. I don't normally clap.
All right, I think I'm good.
All
I
right,
think I've
sweet.
explored this.
So
I went way too detailed with it.
No, that's all right. It's okay.
I wanted to make it prettier because like this character is so beautiful. I wanted to like convey it.
All right, so we've gone like super like intense detail on a lot of these, which is understandable. So we're gonna go totally opposite in Mr. Saturn from Joseph Zawada, because I'm a sucker for Earthbound. I will like almost always pick Earthbound stuff. So that is, let's see, 1029. He knows, Mr. Saturn.
Good choice.
And what's up, Teddy? Nice to see you. This will not take us that long to do this one. Not at all.
He said unknowingly.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
So is this Mr. Saturn Earthbound? I Google that.
Yeah, he is like literally a little ball with a bow and one single hair on the top of his head and a big nose.
Oh yeah, I know him from Smash Bros.
Yep, he is an item. That is because it's so funny because in the game it's like this enlightened species that's hidden. It's hidden in
That's amazing.
Our civilization, and they're like super enlightened, and they are able to travel through time and space. And he's literally a blunt object you throw in Smash Bros. It's like what?
You destroy them with his big brain.
Yeah, right. What is up, Slash? What is the theme for today? It is scrolling right on the bottom of the screen. It is Japanese games.
Games.
As you can tell, I think I lean towards more detailed stuff myself.
Oh, I mean,
I always,
yeah,
I think
that's
I always
okay.
trend in that direction.
Connor asks, have you gotten enough Inktober requests? So yes, I think at this point I have. You can absolutely put one in there if you haven't. Yeah. So here's the deal. You know Inktober, right? Everyone knows Inktober.
Yeah.
But last year there was all this issues with people getting hit with cease and desist to not use the Inktober name.
I heard.
You remember that? Because it was a big deal. Like the guy that owns it was like, no, I want you guys as a fellow artist to sell your artwork and make money, but I've had to copyright the name Inktober, and my legal team has to put cease and desist to anybody that's using Inktober in any like product listings anywhere, like on Etsy or on. So at that time last year, I'm like, ugh, what do I call this? Because I can't call it Inktober. So like, you know what? I'm gonna call it Inktober. So it's officially in my circle of the universe called Inktober.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a huge controversy.
It was a big deal.
Yeah,
it was, and because I think that
justification, it was like, if I don't copyright it, some corporation will. I think
something like and it's the same thing where it's like, if I don't protect it, then I don't hold the rights. But it was a huge deal when it first happened, because even he didn't know that his legal team was going to start sending out the notices. So he's like, on one hand, like giving all this praise to these artists, like, awesome, you should sell it, and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden they're all getting cease and desist from his lawyers. So yep, I call it Inktober now, but it's Inktober. It's Inktober.
I'm going to do Arctober after Oktoberfest.
You should totally do that.
I'll call it Arctoberfest.
There you go.
Got to make that money, man.
Absolutely.
This is what we do.
Well,
got to pay the bills somehow.
We try.
We definitely try. That's fair.
We do? I don't know. We try. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Nailed it. Oh wait, I forgot his eyebrows.
Yeah, this is like, and done. Look at him.
That was nice.
Look
That
at
was
that.
nice breathing.
Look at that precious little guy.
I put it next to the gummy bear Bayonetta to like. I felt like they belonged.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm growing on this Trico outcome. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad for the time I put into it.
For sure.
If you haven't noticed, I'm so self-critical all the time. Like, this must be pure. This must be perfect.
No, that's fair. I mean, you're an artist.
Yeah, that's how it be, I think, right?
I just made this game. Whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
I just made a game that you could play through Twitch, and I made an RPG the other day.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I feel like making a
If you want.
first-person shooter, I guess. I was like, yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Man, game dev's so hard though. For real.
But yeah. So the way I've approached Inktober over the last 2 years is I just ask my patrons to tell me what to draw, and I'll draw one of their requests each day through the month. So that's kind of how I handle it. And I send out a reminder email because I put it up like a month ago, but I'd only gotten like 15 requests, and I'm like, well, I have 31 days, so I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it worked. I think I was able to get what I needed, but if not, that's, throw it in there. If you haven't, throw it in there.
I figured Arcist. That's like August. That's an interesting one. I feel like Oktoberfest is
October is pretty awesome. That I have to admit, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I should
Try-
do that actually.
Try to get like some, German beer label looking logo for it or something.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so what's our next one, which will probably be the last one. So it's your pick. Where do we end on today?
Ooh, okay, that's the pressure.
Here's my Mr. Saturn.
These are my specialty. I like Japanese games, especially it involves my favorite anime. Anyways, I'll be busy for gem grinding and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling, so I won't be able to attend your stream. Oh, okay.
No problem.
I thought there was going to be a recommendation there. I was like, this is my specialty. And
This is it.
I proceed to give you no suggestion.
I am ready.
We'll do Seto Kaiba. Yugi. Let's see. I guess Carmen, right? Carmen from Persona 5.
That was the other one that you were right. You were
Yeah.
like stuck between. Yeah,
Yeah, there's not a lot of new ones here because we did Mr. Shatter.
that's fine. We can do that one.
I was kind of like I was expecting some weird stuff, to be honest. We got a lot of really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of weird Japanese games.
There,
like
yeah.
Katamari,
I don't think my audience, on average, is very versed on these more
Niche.
intricate Japanese niche games.
Oh, I love them so much. There's so much weird stuff. Okami is actually a really interesting game. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think so.
Google it. It's beautiful. You'll see what I'm saying.
All right, which one are we doing for the last one? Carmen or no?
Yeah, we're doing Carmen.
Okay.
Which is an interesting choice. I'm kind of curious why they picked Carmen in particular because, yeah.
Well, Joseph Zawada, would you like to explain yourself?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Out of all of the characters, so she's like the main, I guess, female lead, one of them anyway. But she's not necessarily the most popular typically, and this is her persona, not even her, which is Anne, the character. That's interesting.
I disapprove of my audience suggestions yet again. No, I don't disapprove. There's no disapprove. All right, let's put that up.
Google Okami real quick. Trust me on this one. You won't regret it.
All right. How do I spell this?
Okami. It is gorgeous.
Okami.
Jeff, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Oh,
Sir.
yeah. No,
Look
this
at that.
This is a video game?
Yeah, it's a video game.
Wow.
It's a video game designed to look like you're inside of a Japanese traditional painting.
That's incredible.
That sounds amazing.
It's gorgeous, and you fight with kind of like an ink sort of situation. It's a lot of an older game. People
Yeah,
want,
these the screenshots are oh, these are just paintings. It's like they're
It's
screenshots
really
from the game.
cool, right?
It's pretty
It's
awesome.
very cool.
Sweet. All right,
Yeah,
let me
I was
look up.
expecting stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was interesting. We basically got a lot of Western stuff that like
I mean,
happened to come from Japan.
you can't get much more Western than Chris Pat Mario.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Carmen from Persona 5. This is gonna be fun. Sorry, I brought the
Let's
hyper detailed
see.
paint today.
No, that's all right. This is a red outfit, right? Red outfit and
Yeah, she's like the kind of weird
blonde hair, black hair. There's like a bunch of different reference images I'm getting.
black.
Black hair, okay.
She's like she doesn't look human, but she's like humanoid.
Oh wait,
Basically,
this is
yeah.
oh, it's giving me a Carmen character from Megami Tensei also is what's happening.
Oh yeah, I'll send you like a link to like what looks legit. Where would I send that?
But you can put it in the that's fine.
Oh, it won't let me. But yeah, she's got like pink skin. That's the giveaway.
Okay. That
And
is
she has, like,
definitely
Two
helpful.
men on a chain or something.
oh. Well, I'm not
Whoa.
getting to that today.
Guy. Yeah, we're not going there.
It's like like sometimes when I get suggestions like, can you do this? And it's like, oh, it's like this person plus this person plus
There
it's
you
like, nah, I'm not doing that. It's like I'll do the one.
I just googled that and I got it, but damn, I can't. It won't let me send the link.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Because I got some images.
Yeah, it's the one with pink skin and these two dudes kind of.
They have like heart heads.
Yeah.
They're like candy heart people.
Yeah, the blonde version is the lady who actually summons her. So,
Oh, gotcha.
and sometimes they like to mix it up.
Let's see.
Okay, I'll do this one. It's so intricate. You see what I mean? I'm like, ugh. I'm gonna have to shrink something here.
Yup. Yeah, Primal Gamer's like, I'm okay with celebrities voicing characters, but I feel like the guy who voiced Mario for 40 years should probably voice Mario.
He's
Probably.
dead.
Charles Martinet is not dead.
It is.
Charles Martinet was at Boston 3 weeks ago.
I'm just saying, he's dead.
You're just saying? Did I see a ghost signing autographs?
Yes.
Oh, that clears a lot of things up.
Need some space for this one. Let's go. I'll make it big too. Why not?
Feel free to do just the face, says Joseph. I'm not picky.
Joseph Sawada,
Oh.
not picky.
I'm doing it all. We're living on the edge.
Joseph Sawada not being picky. Oh. Ooh. That's good.
Yeah,
So what's your origin story, Mr. Hinkle? I'm actually curious.
I was my family put me on a rocket because my planet was dying.
That's Superman, Kevin. That's not
Oh.
Legit.
that's Superman. That's
That checks out. That all checks out.
That seems legit.
it's Superman.
No,
I have come to bring the stickers of my lost alien race.
exactly. Does she have a cat mask on?
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay, all right. I think I finally have a reference image I can use.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I have been an artist my whole life. I was the art kid, as you explained
Uh-huh.
earlier. I was the art kid. I was the one that was like 3 years old and wanted to draw. I got artist gifts from my family every year for every holiday. My high school was a fine arts academy. I went to an art college.
Oh, wow. We don't have stuff like that typically in Canada, I don't think.
I mean, I'm really happy I did. It really helped me. So that's kind of that sucks.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, yeah.
And then, what's interesting is that like I graduated college and had a really, really, really hard time getting a job in that field because it was also like I graduated in graduated college in 2008, which was when like the world fell apart with like recession. So I was like, so I literally couldn't get a job anywhere, and that was really, really disappointing. And so I ended up working retail for Lego at a Lego store, and that ended up turning into a 12-year career that I didn't plan for.
Oh, wow.
Which was fine. I mean, there was a lot of great stuff that came out of it, but it was like, it was never what I wanted to do. I was like, well, I kind of wanted to be an artist, and that never really like left my mind.
Yeah.
But
Were you drawing much at that time?
Well, it got to a point where I was drawing very little. Because I started kind of doing some freelance stuff in the very beginning, but like it just didn't last and it wasn't reliable.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, I'm getting a paycheck from doing this job, so I'll just keep doing this. And then eventually it just kind of totally stopped. I just totally stopped drawing. So I went like 5 or so years without ever picking up a pencil, which was kind of, for someone who did it his whole life, was kind of sad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had that too in a weird way.
Yeah. And then I had my time where I tried to marry my career and my passion together, where I was like, because, you know, Lego's a toy company, so they have like art departments and stuff like that. And I was trying to be like, well, maybe I can do art here. And I tried. I applied a few times, and it just never happened. They just weren't interested in it. But so I eventually got laid off from that 12-year career. And I was suddenly desperately without income to provide for my family.
Yeah.
And I was
the whole family dynamic going.
That makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, huge.
And so I was like, I feel like it's now or never to try to do this, maybe. So because there's a big motivator with like mouths to feed, you know.
Absolutely.
So I said, let me try to make this work, being a freelance artist now, because I kind of have to. And I've been doing that ever since. I would not say that I'm highly successful, because on my income alone, I absolutely cannot provide for my family.
Yeah.
Luckily, my wife works. She works full time. And so that makes a pretty big difference. And she's very supportive. And it's still a goal.
To all those pro wives out there.
It makes a world of difference.
For
a
real.
world of difference.
My wife's like so great when it comes to like, you know, helping me out with this stuff and all that.
Yep.
Joseph Zawada is a big fan of your Carmen. Says looking great.
Ooh, thank you. Yeah, we're getting there. I think I got the rose pattern aspect. I think turned out pretty nice so far. It's just the simplistic version of it right now.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yepers.
I'm gonna mess around with the proportions up here a bit, but anyway, yeah, wives are cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've just kind of been like, I don't want to say like fumbling around since then, but just trying to make it work in every way I can. So that's why I've been like pushing. Yeah, I've been pushing so hard on like every different avenue. You know, it's like, all right, what can I do to monetize YouTube? What can I do to monetize Patreon? What can I do to monetize Twitch? What can I do for clients? What can I do for?
Pretty good on Patreon, actually. That's the one thing that I never really got.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on everything, you know.
Yeah, you have to be. You have to be on everything. You have to be on everything.
Yeah. I think it's this weird balancing act of like focusing on things that are worth doing, right? Like you have to really maximize your time.
Yep.
And then but also diversifying, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I have to constantly evaluate how much time do I spend on social media compared to how much time I develop my art. Yep. You know what I mean? And I have to long game. If my art's better, it'll market for me, you know? So a part of my philosophy is at the end of the day, I need to be doing as much studies as I can physically fit in. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have the game development stuff too, right? That's the biggest one for me.
Yep.
Is I'm doing both of those. Cause I would love to just study all the time and just get super, so good, you know? And that's why I've been doing it on stream lately.
Expert level.
Yeah, because there's just some artists out there, you see their work and it just speaks for itself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
totally.
My theory, and I'm not sure if this is an accurate theory.
Is this character smoking?
I think so.
I think, right?
I think she's got one of those long drawn kind of cigarettes. Yeah.
That's very true. Kids don't smoke. Be right back. Totally unrelated note.
Yeah.
He'll be back in a minute. He's just gonna go.
Just having a dart there, bud.
He's
Yeah,
just
gonna have a dart. Be right back. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Darts are. I'm gonna throw it at the old dartboard. Anyway, back in a minute.
Anyway.
That's not a dart means in Canada. That's for sure.
Yes. But yeah, that's the thing, man. It's the struggle. It's the hustle.
Yeah.
It's all the things all the time. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy doing it because I've wanted to do this my whole life.
Oh, I feel you.
But it's just like
it's pretty daunting, isn't it?
Yeah. And when I did my first show back in 2019, when I did my first con, and I had the little artist table, and I spent a fortune getting all my stuff there and printing out all the things. I mean, I left that show with $200, right? And I was like, well, that seems like a stupid thing I shouldn't be putting any more time into.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I went into it like $2,000 worth of like travel and all the materials and everything. I was like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have to keep. Like there's this saying that I heard kind of recently actually, but it's like been really like I've really liked it, and it's like the only difference between creators that make it, quote unquote, make it, and creators that don't make it are the ones that stop.
That's true.
And so it's like it's not like anything you're doing is wrong, but it's just like, do you have the perseverance to keep pushing and keep accepting that not everything's going to work, and there's going to be a lot of failure, and there's going to be a lot of maybe underperforming whatever, but eventually it's just the law of the universe is it's going to have to work. So
yeah, my philosophy is like, if I reach a certain art quality, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like if I get to a point where I'm so good, either people will be interested or I can parachute into a company if my portfolio is good enough. You know what I mean?
It'd be awesome if you also literally parachuted into like get that Jeff Bezos money again.
Hey Blizzard, I'm here, boys.
Yes.
Drop out of a plane. That's how I get to the interview.
Exactly, like and hired.
I assert dominance. Yeah,
and hired.
This kind of high energy is what I bring every single day.
Let's see. Connor says Bionicle mock instructions do pretty well on Patreon. Yeah, I mean, when you find something that like works, you just go with it. I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly what that is for me.
So far, my most successful venture is actually Twitch.
Yeah, and so that you should keep doing it.
Yeah, because I've tried like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all the things, commissions. Hilariously enough, I'm pretty commission light, but like I generate like a large community. I don't know, it's weird. Like some people are like not relatively known, but they get a lot of commissions. I'm like the opposite of that. It's really funny to me.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I've had shows where, so like speaking of like, on-site commissions, right? Like when you have your table set up and you're like, I'll draw stuff for you. I've had shows where I get none. I've had multiple shows where I get none, and I'm like, it's fine. I mean, I also have stuff I'm selling. But then I've had shows where I'm like drawing commissions for people nonstop at the show.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
And it's like really hard to plan or gauge for it, but it's like whatever.
Yeah, like my Etsy's sort of the same thing. Like sometimes things sell and sometimes they don't.
And it's just hard to plan.
Yeah, like a bunch of my emotes sold within like a week, and then nothing for like several weeks. And then like one, you know what I mean? I'm like, what do I do? What do? You know, what do you want from me?
What do
you want from me?
Joseph Zawada says furry art. That's where the money's at. I mean, kind of.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Not super work commissions too, to some extent.
Yeah. There's like I do a lot of, for Patreon, I do a lot of like fellow artist reconnaissance on Patreon. I mean, there's like 10 or so that I support because I really, really enjoy what they do. And I do want to kind of pay that back forward a little bit. But I do a lot of stalking other artists and what they offer, how often do they update, what they're doing. And there are absolutely some artists out there that I'm like, this person's making $30,000 a month on this.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes.
Sometimes it's a lot more simplistic than you would think too,
Yeah.
Although they're not safe for work ones. Like
some of those, yeah. Talk about that Bezos money.
Yeah, for real.
Let's see. All right, we got my other sister here. What's up? Space Invaders arcade game characters. Yes.
Ooh, interesting choice.
Joseph Watt says, that is beautiful, Kevin. Thank you. Gummy Bear line of popular characters is the next Hinkle project. That's the next big thing. All the gummy bears.
You know what I'll do? I'll do a special thing for stream. Okay.
Ready.
What time do we end? In 20 minutes from now?
Yep.
Okay. After I get this to a certain point, I will just machine gun every request.
Oh,
every
nice.
Single request.
Oh man. Okay. I'm
gonna speedrun it.
I love it. Yeah, Joseph Watt, I wish I made 30K a month. Yeah. There was absolutely an artist that I came across that was making I think it was 35K a month on Patreon.
That's crazy.
I've tried a couple things.
Games actually is a whole other, right? Like that's a whole monetization method for game development as well, which I think about a lot of the time.
Yep. You know, that's one of the, I mean, there's a couple different reasons, but one of the other things behind my decision to move next year to Twitch only for streaming is that, I mean, I've literally made more money on Twitch than I've made on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for years. Oh yeah. And I've only been on Twitch for a year, I think, and that's been through the multi-streaming. But like I've and don't get me wrong, that's not a lot of money, but like YouTube is not giving me a single dollar. And you know, it's like I can't keep justifying.
Old YouTube was nice.
Yeah, yep.
New YouTube is like
not as much.
Yeah, especially for smaller creators, right? Twitch has been Twitch has been great for me. I've generated almost like more than half of everything I've generated probably from Twitch. The other amount is probably like commissions, I guess. And half of them are commissions from people in my Twitch community. Almost all of them actually. So it almost like counts, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see that. Wait. Oh my, now that's amazing. Oh, thank you. Slash says, made a promise. Yep. Being patient is good. Patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. I'm just saying.
It is.
We all remember what happened to that one guy.
Joseph Zawada says, I have my limited edition Gummy Bricks O'Brien sticker. I love it. Oh, yeah. I forgot that he made stickers of that.
Let me play devil's advocate. Are you ready?
All right. Go ahead.
Here's my hot take, police.
Always.
Patience occasionally cannot be a virtue. Part of like, and this can be unhealthy in a way, and it certainly is for me. But sometimes the frustration, that energy to want to make things happen can push you forward. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like being too passive and just being like, oh, you know, it'll work out eventually. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to be like, no, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? Patience is like a way to help yourself cope, but I think a little bit, right?
I can see that.
But like sometimes you're like, you know, screw patience. We're going to make this is happening. You know what I mean?
But I think that's more like when you're looking at like your own stuff, your own projects, your own life versus like, it's not going to help you if you go into like a Target and you're like, give me my stuff.
You know what's unfortunate is sometimes that works. You know what I mean? Like
sometimes that bad behavior does get rewarded.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I think that's a problem in just how things function sometimes. Is that where negative behavior can actually generally be net benefit sometimes.
Unfortunately.
So basically what I'm saying to everybody on stream is be rude to every single retailer you run into.
Be rude to everybody.
Whenever you're driving, just burst a brain cell, like just get so mad all the time. Actually, that's something I've never really understood. Is like
road rage
driving.
Oh,
road rage,
it's fantastic.
I've never got it myself. Like
it takes a mindset of impatient, angry man. And once you hit that level of impatient, angry, it's like tapping the vein. It's like, oh, I can do this all day.
It's like a carnal, like.
So, are you a road rager, Jeff?
110%. Although
I'm like,
I don't.
Oh boy.
I'm like, I don't got anywhere to be. You know what I mean? Like I do,
Yeah,
but like.
Here's a problem because you're in front of me where I have.
I'm like, that's fine. Like, well, the thing is, if you drive like super aggressively to the point where it's dangerous, I'm like, was it really worth that like extra 2 seconds? There's a light right in front of me. You're not getting anywhere faster than you were before. Maybe like by a minute.
It was. Yes, it was worth it.
Yes, it was.
I don't road rage with Emily in the car because it freaks her out.
Same, man. Same.
I can understand.
And I don't do it as often as I did in Arizona, but there are times in Oklahoma where I'm like, it's the one on the right. You press it down and your car moves forward. It's like magic. Only it's science. Get your shit together. Let's go, people.
Yeah, there are some times, right, where it's like you get stuck behind, like, someone maybe elderly or something like that.
You get stuck behind grandma who's trying to talk to her grandson on the phone
what?
while trying to navigate driving. And it's like, why are you still breathing? Please drive faster.
Why are you still breathing?
Why are you still breathing?
Yeah.
Let me take you. Take him out.
Wow.
I'll take you on a story. One of my favorite insults is, I hope that your car gets hit by a bus full of orphans that's driven by a nun.
Oh,
that's it. That's
Nuns are stone cold, so they'll just go right through you.
Yep. Married to God, not married to man.
Goodness gracious.
But no, it's not that extreme anymore. I've actually calmed down quite a bit. Most of the time, I have my buddy Don, who likes to hang out, and we do our hobbies together. And he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this place," and I'm like, "Hey, we sure are." And he's like,
We sure are.
And he's like, "Hey, I'll drive." Oh, okay, cool, man. So I don't get as pissed off as I used to anymore, which is kind of nice.
That's good.
Yep.
It's probably healthier.
Well, sometimes a little anger and hate goes a far way, and feeling
Absolutely.
alive sometimes. That's horrible for me to say.
I mean, slightly. I am finished with mine. Let me know. Like I said, I'm not rushing you. But,
right. I got to do my speed run. Right?
You already said that you were going to do a lightning round, which was very interesting.
Okay. There we go.
I like that you also drew the little guy on there too.
Yeah, we're going hand today.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
All right, let me start a new one.
That is definitely your wheelhouse. Like super intricate outfits.
Yeah.
Ladies in like very, very intricate, detailed outfits.
Yeah. This is my file folder. What did yours turn out?
Yes. Here we go. Whoop.
Ooh, cool. I like that you get the color in there though.
Yep. I switch over at the halfway point and start throwing colors on them. So,
do y'all have a favorite Japanese game or series? Oh, all of you's good, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I guess it would be the Shimigami Tensei series. So like Persona 3, 4, and 5 in particular, but Persona 2 is really good. All of it, just everything in that sphere of space, if you're familiar.
You know what's awesome is Canadian Papa Bear, which we both know on Twitch as well. He is a huge fan of that franchise. Mm-hmm. And when we first started getting to know each other, he would pop by. He used to be on my streams a lot more. I think his schedule at work changed, so we don't see him very often. But he used to come by almost every Friday during 2020 or 2019. I don't remember what year, but he always requested a Shimigami Tensei.
Let's go.
Every single time.
I respect that so much.
And I did draw like a handful of them, but every now and then I'd be like, all right, I can't do it.
I gotta swing by that dude's stream more
every week. But okay, so you said you want to do a lightning round.
Speed run, let's go.
So what does that? Does that mean a minute per?
Yeah, again, however, how many?
Because that was the gummy bear was a minute.
There's a lot of suggestions left, but there's only 10 minutes left. So if we do a lightning round, it's got to be a minute per drawing with no discussing.
Or less. Yeah, we got to go ham. Okay.
I love it. Okay. This is let me get my comment off the screen.
The Cosmos.
Let me get my comment off.
All right. So do we want to do this in a theme? Like Holding gummy bears or well,
I'm just going to ham
you're
that.
going. All right, go for it. Do your thing.
Oh, he's already going. Okay. All right.
We got to go.
Let me
Yeah, we
start
got
the
time for
timer.
this.
Let me start your. All right, 1 minute. It's on. Timer's going.
That looks.
I don't
very
even know if I'm going to
suspicious.
do.
That looks very suspicious.
Hi, Primal Gamer.
See you later. Thanks for
I knew
being
we
here.
would do Katamari at some point. Let's go.
Okay,
Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is.
that looks like something else on top, and I'm slightly scared. Please change the end shape of the circle. There you go.
I'm slightly
Well,
scared.
It's supposed to be a cylinder, right?
Yeah, it is. It just didn't. It didn't. From the angle, it looked like the
30
device
seconds.
when used by themselves.
30 seconds left.
Oh no! Wow, that is.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh my god! I made it too big.
That's-
15 seconds.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's got beefy legs.
Parkour.
He is definitely.
This reminds me of like, have you ever done like life drawing studies where it's like you get like 30 seconds?
Yep. And
Yeah.
time is up.
Okay.
All right. What's the next
Awesome.
one?
What's the next one?
Let's see.
Let's do the Akira motorcycle. Go.
Oh, goodness gracious. In a minute.
We did Mr. Saturn, Trico, 5,
Aw.
Grimace from I don't count that. Sonic? Okay, Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. Sonic's the next one.
If we got time, we'll do
All right. You ready?
Akira. Yeah.
He's already
Alright.
started. All right,
1
here we
minute.
go.
1 minute's
Go.
on.
My wife's calling me.
Like, I'm busy. I'm busy right now.
Yeah, now of all times.
Why now, Mom?
Good. This is pretty awesome. I can't believe I don't have the courage to do
I like
such.
to live on the edge. A sec. I need to look up like Sonic because I'm like,
Uh
I
oh.
know Sonic.
Uh
you know what I
oh.
mean?
30 seconds left.
No, don't give me Sonic the movie. That's too cursed.
Oh no.
I mean, they fixed it.
Gotta go fast. Yeah, Sonic, gotta go fast.
You gotta
Gotta
go
go
fast.
fast.
Okay. This is gonna be so. Oh man, this is gonna be so cursed.
15 seconds. This was me when I was doing it, and I was like yelling because it'd be like, I'm spending extra seconds just picking the right color.
Yeah,
Stupid.
no, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
There we go.
Nailed it.
It's perfect. That looks absolutely uncanny.
Okay.
All right. We
Next.
got Wario from Mario and Wario
Oh,
with the bucket on his head. You want to do that one, or you want to keep?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, let's go to what's Sid from Final Fantasy.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. First one that comes up, that's the one we're doing.
Okay. Next one is Sid from Final Fantasy. 1 minute on the clock. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
All right, begin.
I need to know which one this is from.
hey Kevin, you're doing this too, right?
Absolutely. I'm just drawing mine on a separate layer, so you can't see it.
Nice.
This is how potato we're going now.
I love it. Kudos to you for doing this.
I'm a man of the people.
You're like, how can I establish myself as the best guest on this program?
Yeah. How do I do it?
30 seconds left.
It's not from Final Fantasy VII, but yet it is. I'm drawing overworld Final Fantasy character
15
There you
seconds.
aesthetic right now.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Doing the big gloves.
3, 2.
Why do I think this is a good
1.
idea?
That's a great question.
Okay, next. Let's go.
All right, let's see. The next one would be all right, we did Pyramid Head. You want to do Egon, or are you sidestepping?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yay!
Egon from Ghostbusters game for Jeff. By Atari. I'm going to sidestep that one.
I'm just gonna tuck and roll.
Oh.
Okay. This is the dude with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you going? All right, 1 minute's on the clock, and we go.
All right. Are we just all observing me and my?
Oh yeah,
universe right
no,
now?
I'm totally just looking at the clock and watching you draw.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Hank Hill?
Yeah. Bobby.
I hunt ghosts and ghost accessories.
Maybe I'll take a page from you and do like more stylized, just like I don't know.
30 seconds. This is what you're going through is exactly what I went through when I did this like a couple weeks ago. I was like, what do I do? What shapes do I draw?
Yeah.
15 seconds.
There we go. I'm pretty confident with this.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, pretty much, right? If I stylize the face, actually, we can make this go a lot faster.
5, 4, 3, 2,
That's cool.
1.
Let's go. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Next one would be. Okay, we already did Mario. Space. I don't know what space means, so we'll move on.
Okay, I got space.
Oh, we also have cloud. You want to do cloud as well?
Yeah.
All right. So cloud is the next one.
Second, I'm going to do outer space.
Oh, space. 1 minute for space.
There we go. Don't even need a minute. Boom. For space.
Yeah, Kevin, we got 5 minutes left to stay on your table, by the way.
Next.
Okay, got it. And we got Book Thief is here.
Next.
Next. All right, cloud is next.
Cloud? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cloud.
1 minute.
I think that's it, right?
That's the one? That's the end?
Yeah. Just because we
Okay.
probably want a little bit of time just to kind of,
Yeah, we do a walkthrough of all the things we drew.
Oh, okay.
So this is the last one. 1 minute. Cloud from Final Fantasy. Begin.
Okay. Let's see. I should have done the model from Final Fantasy VII Overworld, like I was memeing about,
Yeah,
because it's like low poly,
I would have done that. That's would have been my move.
and we're going farther.
I know.
Faster.
That's the same.
Stars.
It's the same response I had. Book Thief was like, "Wow, next." It's like, okay,
Wow. Oh, my wife's here. Next.
yeah, next.
Next visitor, please.
Ark has decided to put himself to the test by self-volunteering to do a 1 minute lightning round of some of our suggestions that we got today. 15 seconds.
Gotta get the Buster Sword in here. I can't call it a proper cloud.
Does he have a gigantic beefy arm? Oh, there's
It's
5,
a sword. Yeah.
4,
This is his
3, 2, 1. All right,
Boom.
you're
Done.
done.
Potato
All right.
cloud.
Let's give us a zoom in on all these beautiful 1 minute. Just these real quick. Let's see all these 1 minute lightning doodles.
There we go.
I think you should just post this from today.
Honestly.
This is all you did.
Yeah, this is what I thought mine were gonna look like. To be honest, I was like, "Oh boy, we got."
Oh, please. Those are pretty. Sonic is pretty funny. It does kind of look like Cloud has one giant beefy arm on the side.
It does. It does.
It's pretty good.
There
It's
you
good.
go.
It's good stuff. Yeah. Again, kudos to you for volunteering to do it. Maybe we'll do. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's an interesting idea, right? Like, oh, we're running out of time. Let's machine gun it.
Yeah. All right. So now we will finish today with a proper tour of all the things we drew. So we'll go back and forth so you can see both of ours.
I really like how the Carmen turned out, actually.
Yeah. So the first thing is Morgan was the first one. That was
Yes,
the
sir.
first thing. You want to give us a zoom in so we can see enhance. Yeah, perfect.
Enhance.
There you go. Awesome.
It's a bit sketchy.
It's a pun intended. So there is Ark's Morgan. Here is let me switch over to mine. Oh, over here. There we go. This is our first one of the day. And then we did Mario. We took a drastic turn and we
Chris
did
Pratt
Mario, but with Chris Pratt. So here is mine, and then I'll switch it over.
I just turned mine into like a depressed middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Which
Joseph Zawada said this is fun and for the lightning round, and Bobo Laveau said congratulations on the
Oh.
great speed.
No, thank you. I thought folks would appreciate it. I thought it'd be funny. And
It was grand. All right, what was our next one? That was what's her name? Madam something? The one with the head, the headgear.
Yeah, correct.
From Bayonetta.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. Sorry, but there's Ark's version. I think that one's really good. That one came out really good.
Thank you.
And then here is mine. Yeah, Madama Butterfly. Thank
yeah.
you, Joseph. Thank you. There we go. And then the next one was Pyramid Head, I think. Next.
Yeah. Well, actually, Gummy Bear.
Oh, you did a gummy, yeah, because I told the story of the gummy bear, and so you did your own 1 minute Bayonetta gummy bear.
Gummy Bear, yeah.
And then we did Pyramid Head.
Yes. I got the taste for it.
You were like, I can do this.
Now officially a thing to end each stream, speed round. Bobolivo, call you out.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And then we got this creature, this ferret bird hybrid thing.
Yes, Trico. Oh, yeah, Book. I was telling him about how you love this game.
There's Trico. There's our Tricos.
Look at him live his best life.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun one. That was a fun one.
Yeah. I really want to, like, do that now. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to draw this later. Yeah, I got into the
totally.
texture. I love, like, the kind of wing stuff. I don't know.
It's got a good expression on it. It's looking off into the distance.
Squinting. He's like, did I leave the oven on over there?
Is it? We got Mr. Saturn. I'm always a sucker for anything Earthbound related. So here's our Mr. Saturns. There they are.
Saturn gang.
And then our last one.
I'm so happy with Carmen, actually. I'm surprised I got this much done.
That is a lot, especially with 2 characters.
Yeah.
You went all in on that. See, you went all in on this one, which is why you needed to get the lightning rod out of your system.
Yeah, to be honest. It was like 10 to 15 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There's mine.
Also very cool.
Thank
I like the hair in particular. I think you got that pretty close.
Yeah. Endless spirals.
Yeah.
Endless spiral. So awesome, man. I really appreciate you again being here. Tell everybody where they can find you. If you're not familiar with this man, where can they find all your stuff?
You catch me on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. All is ArkticArtz, Arctic ARTZ. And yeah, I'm on Etsy as well. ArkticArtz shop, I believe. Me and Book actually have a shop going on called Cute Potato Store. If you want to check that out.
Awesome name.
Yeah, and I'm on TikTok as well. I'm on all the social media basically. Look up ArkticArtz anywhere, and you will find me in the streets. You know,
in the streets.
eBay. You scream my name out into a farmland, and I will be there somewhere.
And you also stream much more than I do. So you can catch him streaming 3 times a week.
Yes, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 5 p.m. till however the night takes us, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you know what? Because I've already decided that I'm switching my show up to evenings next year. Because I've done mornings for 3 years in a row. So I'm switching to evenings. We're actually going to be streaming at the same time on Fridays next year.
Unless I don't stream on Friday.
Oh, you don't? Well, never mind.
Well, that works out. Well,
maybe that works out.
That's better because then we can double up, right?
Exactly. So yes, just as Bobo Laveau, he threw the name in the chat as well. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, the video description has links to his stuff as well. So if that's easier for you, you can do it that way.
Sure.
Jeff.
Hello.
Always appreciate your help, man. Appreciate you being here, grabbing stuff from the chat. Anything you'd like to promote?
Please say your name is Jeff.
Please.
My name is Jeff.
Yes. Yes.
So tonight on Tons of Fun, we do our monthly, once a month episode of Lego, but usually we're talking about other fandoms.
Yep.
At 8 o'clock Central on the Jeff McElwee YouTube's channel. We're also, well, I don't know if it's a we thing, but it's definitely an us thing. We're also going to be start throwing out a video once a week called A Bit of Fun, which is where we'll be covering one-on-one interviews with people. I've got one coming with Boone Langston next week that I'm still editing because I don't know how to edit things and I'm learning.
Yep.
And Don and my friend Joe are going to start doing D&D videos once a week and explaining more about that world to people that are interested. So
I like that name.
A Bit of Fun.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Just a bit. I like a lot of fun. Just like just the right amount.
It's not tons of fun. It's a bit of fun.
It's just a bit.
Yeah. So looking forward to that, mostly because I don't have to do anything for the D&D videos. That is all them, and I'm pretty thrilled.
Yeah.
I write and produce everything else, so yeah. But
Awesome,
hopefully it'll be cool, and hopefully people will like it, and we'll talk about switching to Twitch for streaming our D&D games so that people can be involved with that if they'd really like to. So yeah, we'll go from there.
Sweet.
Got my
Yep,
CD
and that's
doing,
just
Mr. Hinkle there.
It's great. And yeah, that's just Jeff's YouTube channel under his name.
Yep.
So you can find
It's
that.
Jeff McAwee on the YouTubes. There's a picture of a fat guy. That's when you know that you're there.
Thanks
Send me a
again.
link later. I want to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks again, everybody. Remember, October 1st, if you want to get your zombie Kevin sticker, you got to place an order in my store at any point beginning October 1st. There's only 50. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's the end of it.
Hear that, folks? Get it
hear
in
that?
before it's done.
You got. Thank you all for watching the show live. If you're not already subscribed on YouTube, please hit the sub button. Super close to 1,000. Be really awesome to hit that before the end of the year. If you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, throw me a follow. If you enjoyed the show, hit the little thumbs up, hit the likes, hit the hearts. Please validate my career. That would make me feel much better about myself. The Doodle stream airs every Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, unless otherwise noted across social media. I will be back next Friday. Our show next Friday is sponsored by Mevitz Bricks, I believe, on Patreon, and it's going to be an entire episode dedicated to Battlestar Galactica. So that's going to be great. So we're going to be doing that next Friday. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again to Arctic for being here. Thanks to Jeff for helping me. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Absolutely.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.